Well, I can't believe it, man. We're on day. Oh, sorry about that. We're on day 18 of the Iran war. This has been crazy in a lot of ways. And I don't know. I'm still skeptical about a certain amount of things related to this Iran war, but I've been wanting it to end as soon as possible. I'm really. More than people realize, I am an anti-war guy. I don't want the war to last any longer than it needs to. But there's a lot of news already surrounding what's happening in Iran. More leaders have been killed in Iran. The whole situation is getting crazy, wacky, and wild. I don't know. Hey, Annie, how's it going? It's good to see you on the chat. We got Annie in the house. What up, Annie? But yeah, it's just one of those situations in the Middle East. It's just getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And I do want to see an end to this. I really do. Like, people think that I'm just like simply cheering this on. Not necessarily. I want to see an end to this ASAP. That would be the goal. But make sure you guys tap the like button and the subscribe button. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. We're getting a couple things up, but Annie, it's good to see you. It's good to see a lot of you guys. And give me a few more seconds, though. Give me just a few more seconds. Annie, what's funny, Annie, did you start out as I can't remember if you started out as a Stocks Family Farm viewer or if you started out on my show. I think because if I remember correctly, I think you started watching Stocks Family Farm and then you found out about my channel through Stocks Family Farm and then you decided to come over here and watch. I'm glad you're a viewer, man. It's always funny to see your comments because I know the show makes you laugh. I know a lot of the viewers, a lot of the content we react to makes you guys laugh. So I appreciate you, Annie. I appreciate all you guys, in fact. This is crazy. Fly on Garza's balls says, peace is war, war is peace. There's deep confusion sweeping over me. Well, I'm just gonna play a text to speech.
Fly on Garza's balls says, peace is war, war is peace. There's a deep confusion sweeping over me. Peace is war, war is peace. There's a deep confusion sweeping through streets. Yeah, every day we smoke that crack.
Well, I'm glad to have you on here, Annie. I mean, you honestly, I'm glad the show gives you a lot of entertainment. That's literally the goal at the end of the day.
Out their electricity and
we're watching President Trump participates in a bilateral meeting. We're going to see what this is all about. We're going to put this up on the screen. We're going to react to a little Daddy Trump, baby. Daddy, Zaddy. As you all know, we call him Zaddy on this channel. Zaddy. But give me a few more seconds, you guys. Welcome to the Michael Garza Show. I am your host, Mr. Michael Garza. And there was something I was trying to post up here. Please subscribe. Yes, I'm begging you. I'm on my knees. I'm begging, please. Okay, let's keep going, man. Oh my God, Fly on Garza's balls. What are you doing, bro? Fly on Garza's balls has completely lost it, dude. Hey, we're almost to 9,000 subs. We're getting closer. And now we're at 8,959 subscribers. We're trying to get to 9,000 subs before the end of the stream. I think we can get to 9,000 pretty quickly, if we're going to be honest with ourselves. Really desperate to get to 9,000 subs today. Let's watch this White House briefing, though. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Skip ahead. Come on, man. I want to see some juicy Donald Trump content. That's what I want to see so badly. Give me some juicy. Oh, wait. Ah, here we go.
Well, thank you very much. It's
I love
an
Zaddy
honor
Trump,
to
dude.
have
Zaddy.
Sean Martin from Ireland, and somebody that we know, we get along with. We have a very good relationship, and we continue, and we're going to have some.
Okay, so once I hit 9,000, I'm not immediately going to do a frosting stream, but I will consider doing probably one at night. So if we hit 9,000 subscribers this stream, I'm not going to guarantee a frosting stream tonight, but we might actually get there tonight. So, now we're at 8,960 subscribers. We're only 40 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. It helps me feel like I got a bigger schlong than I actually do. But I want to thank you guys for being so incredible. And back to the show. Let's keep going.
Big discussions today concerning trade, concerning lots of different subjects. We have a tremendous trade relationship with Ireland, and we'll keep it that way. I think it's going to be expanded very greatly. Probably they want to talk a little bit about tariffs, but I won't mention that. We won't bring that up. But you might want to be discussing that a little bit. But it's an honor to have you, and thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
And may I thank you, President, for facilitating this visit, and in what is for us probably one of the most important weeks in the United States.
St. Patrick's Day, by the way, they got the green ties on, man. I don't have any green shit on, so you guys are going to have to pinch me. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Just to let everybody know. Happy St. Patty's Day.
And in many ways, you're affirming the tremendous bonds between Ireland and the United States that go back to the very foundation of this republic. And 35 million people in this country claim Irish descent and Irish heritage. And I spent the first 2 days in Philadelphia, going back really into the heart of that history, and the fact that 3 Irish people born on the island of Ireland signed the Declaration of Independence. It was printed by an Irishman, John Dunlap, and disseminated across the colonies. And Charles Thompson, that we discussed earlier.
The Irish.
He designed the bald eagle, the seal of the U.S. So in many ways, our connection is foundational. It's historic. And the Irish helped to build America. We're very proud of that connection. And we think you hosting us here in the White House is affirmation to all the Irish Americans out there and to our diaspora in this country for what they
Hell yeah, dude. No, I mean, Ireland, I mean, I'm going to lie, the Irish people immigrating here to America, I mean, we're a big foundational piece in building America. And I'll admit, even the and even though Irish people were primarily used as slaves along with African people, that's how America was built, on some slave labor for sure. There's no denying that. But let's keep going, man.
contributed to America. And that's very much through the prism this year, the America 250. It's a very exciting year,
Right.
and we're discovering new things. I mean, even a guy from my own city, a guy called Stephen Moylan, who was an aide-de-camp to Washington, he's regarded as the guy who came up with the phrase, the United States of America. First written
that's
record.
good.
And it's in
Oh, wow. I did not know that history. I had no idea. Some dude from Ireland came up with the United States of America. Oh, wow.
New
That's
York
great.
in the museum and so on like that. That's the nature,
Yeah.
the history of those bonds.
Well, you told me something before that was maybe the most interesting of all. How many presidents are in some way related through blood with Ireland?
23.
Can you believe
23
it?
Irish presidents.
The great politician.
23 Irish presidents. Oh, my God. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I did not know that we've had 23 Irish presidents, though. That's kind of it's kind of wild in a certain way. And to me, it is a little bit. Ireland. I love me the Irish. Sometimes you just have to laugh at the absurd. But yeah, go Ireland, man. Go frickin' Ireland. Give me one moment, you guys. I gotta Give me just a few more moments, guys. Oh, Coca-Cola's bringing an exclusive soda to Walmart. Interesting. What was I going to look at? There was something. My mind is turned to clay today. Oh, that's right. I was going to put down a gift goal. I was going to put down a quick gift goal. Okay, yep, if we hit 50 goals, everybody. Sorry, 50 gifts. I'll talk with an Irish accent. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Politicians. Irish are great politicians.
Absolutely.
No, but think of it, 23 are in some form, and many of them have gone to Ireland.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Grant was,
Grant went to Ireland after his presidency.
Right.
I was saying earlier, Ronald Reagan's visit
Right.
was an extraordinary one in a place called Ballyporeen in County Tipperary. And of course, John F. Kennedy, his grandfather was Irish, came back, I think, early '63. That's a very memorable visit because of what tragedy that happened subsequently in the assassination, which touched people in Ireland very deeply. So the Kennedy
Very popular.
family-
Now, we will talk about the Iran war here soon enough. I just want to let you know. But we're gonna watch this for a little
Kennedy
bit.
family strong
very,
resonation with it.
we like the family,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
One person in particular. One very non-controversial
I know
person.
that. Yeah.
But now he's doing a very good job. He really is. But
Wait, isn't Trump of Irish descent? Hold on. I need to look that up. Is Donald Trump Irish at all? Oh, okay. So he's of German descent, but he doesn't have, as far as I know, he doesn't have any Irish blood in him. Okay. Hey, thank you, Annie, for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Anytime you guys share the live stream, it does help the channel grow. So if you guys want to share this stream with your friends on X or anywhere, I appreciate it, man.
have more, I think, people here by far than you have in Ireland that are
Absolutely.
of Irish descent. We have, so you have quite a few, but we have a lot.
You have a lot more than we have.
It's pretty amazing by a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much. It's a great honor. And
Thank you.
any questions for me?
Okay, let's keep going.
Going to visit Ireland in September, and will you stay at Doonbeg?
Well, I'm having, it's a great thing, my son and my family, we have a great golf complex in Ireland, one of the best in the world, called Doonbeg. It's in Doonbeg. And it's been amazing, and Rory McIlroy loves it. They all love it. Great golfers. You have a tremendous golf tradition, and it was chosen for the Irish Open, which is a big deal. That's a big event.
Absolutely looking forward to it.
The Irish Open. Here's the thing, man. Golf, I don't know who golfs more, Irish people or Scottish people. I don't know who invented golf, to be honest. To be honest, I don't really care. But even though I'm part Irish, I should probably care about this, but I don't. I don't. I'm part Irish, though. Did I grow a red beard? Okay, let's keep going. And I could walk and I could talk.
Everybody wants me to be there. You just said, I hope you're going to go.
I did.
And we're going to try. We are going to try, but it will be an honor. But it was a great honor to be chosen. They only choose the best courses in the world for the, for the big opens. It's one of the big ones, the Irish Open. It's really become one of the most important tournaments in the world. It's going to do. I hear it's going to be a fantastic success.
It'll be a great success.
Yeah. It's a very,
Mr. President,
it's a very hard course.
Mr. President.
So Fly on Garza's balls is saying you're not up against Israel, you're up against God, who will take his land back after the return of his son. Let's see. My hair is brown and my beard is red. Yeah, it's funny because I grow a red beard too. I have blonde hair and I grow a red beard. It's funny as shit. I've accepted that I'm Irish and I'm just like whatever. I kind of am like, I'm Irish. I'll accept it to some degree. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Let's keep going.
Mr. President, in getting America's allies to assist the U.S. in escorting those oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, we don't need too much help, and we don't need any help, actually. In fact, we just put out a notice. I was watching over the last couple of weeks, and all of our NATO allies were very much in favor of what we did. They thought it was very important. We were just discussing it, actually. Very important that we take out the nuclear threat.
Yeah, the Strait of Hormuz situation does need to be figured out immediately. I'm glad that they crippled. Look, I'm glad the U.S. crippled the Iranian military because the Iranian military should not have nuclear weapons. And in fact, if anything, a weak Iran is a good Iran. Because that means they can't sponsor terrorism anymore. They can't do their BS that they always do. And it pisses me off, dude. I'm so sick of Iran. I really am. I'm sick of their government, mainly. I don't think their people are super bad, but I'm not a big fan of the culture. Let's just be honest. I got to keep clearing my throat. Hold on. Shit. I fucked shit up. Hold on, you guys. I am the ghost behind the wheel. All right, let's see. Give me a few moments. So Froggy Frog is saying Garza the Afro Man So wait, Afro Man's on trial? So wait. Why is Afro Man on trial? Let me look this up. Hold on. Afro Man trial. What did he do, dude? So Afro Man rapped about raid on his home. A jury will decide whether he defamed the police. Maybe. Well, I mean, they raided his home, so I would be pissed about it too. I'd probably, if my home was raided for no reason, I would probably rap about it too. I don't know. I mean, it depends on if it was justified or not. I mean, unless my boy Afro Man is lying about this crap, which he very well could be, by the way. He could be lying about all this shit.
Iran, and we've done that very strongly, very powerfully. We've wiped out their navy, wiped out their military in every aspect. Their air force is now decimated. They have no air force, no navy. They have no radar. Their radar is entirely gone. Their anti-aircraft machinery is gone. Everything is gone.
That's crazy.
Their leaders are gone. I guess one of their top person was, they say, a lot of people say their actual top was killed yesterday, along with somebody else who was responsible for the killing. The man that was responsible for the killing of 32,000 people over the last 2 weeks, he was in charge of the killing of protesters. It's an evil group. I mean, they've killed much more than 32,000 people. And the man who was responsible for that was also killed yesterday. And all of the NATO allies.
By the way, to anybody who lives in the United States and is on the side of Iran on this one, you're a moron. You're stupid. You know Iran is the #1 state sponsor of terrorism, yet some of you guys in the chat are basically supporting Iran. That blows my mind, man. Dude, so what do you think? I mean, Froggy Frog, you're more in tune with this trial. Do you think that Afro Man's innocent or guilty? Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know, man. I'm an Afro Man fan. I'm not much of a weed guy, but you know, I think Afro Man's pretty funny. I used to listen to his raps when I was in middle school, and yeah, I don't know. I think if he wants to make a song, about a cop who looked at a pound cake and is while doing a raid, I'm all for Afro Man, dude. I love Afro Man, so I'm just gonna assume he's innocent. Yeah, if the cops were being stupid, if the cops were being tarded, then they absolutely deserve to get called out in a rap song, you know? Honestly, I don't think it's defamation. I think that the police officers are just stupid in this instance. That's one thing I could say. I mean, sounds like they were being dumb. Let's keep going.
Agreed with us, but they don't want to, you know, despite the fact that we help them so much. We have thousands of soldiers in different countries all over the world, and they don't want to help us, which is amazing. I mean, amazing. And I didn't do a full court press because I think if I did, they probably would be. But we don't need help. You know, that war has been long process.
I mean, the war is pretty much over. I mean, Iran is basically. There is no hope in this instance for Iran to climb out of this. It's going to take them so long to get their military back in order. They're still using guerrilla warfare tactics, though, along the Strait of Hormuz. Hopefully they can stop these tactics. But, yeah, here's the thing, man. A weak Iran is a good Iran. Once again, a weak Iran is a good Iran. It means they can't fund or sponsor any terrorist activities. Look, Iran's terrible. whether you guys want to admit it or not, Iran is terrible. And I'm not afraid to say that. Why would I be afraid to say that? I think anybody with a sound mind can admit that Iran needs to be weak militarily speaking, and they need to switch out their leadership. Man, when they started publicly executing protesters in the streets, that's when I knew Trump was going to do something. That's when I knew that Trump was going to do something, and the Iranian people were wanting Trump to do something, and they started celebrating once Soleimani or whatever the hell his name was killed. But no, I am not on the side of Iran, just to let you know. I am fully against Iran. I've never liked the government of Iran. I think that they're terrible and just downright awful, man. Yeah, that's what I believe. I know there's a lot of people who are mad at me for that take. I know there's Iran supporters here in the chat, like Slumped One. No, I don't think this is a pointless war. Slumped One, why is this a pointless war? We're basically stabilizing the Middle East by taking out an unstable government. Taking out the Iranian government was probably the smartest thing we could have done. They're unstable, man. No, why am I an idiot? You're the idiot. No, why am I the idiot? First off, this is not a pointless war. This is going to secure the Middle East a little bit more. Now, the Middle East still sucks. But what I'm trying to say is this will help secure the Middle East. First off, a weakened Iran is a good Iran. A weak Iran is a good Iran. Because a weak Iran means that they can't bully anybody any longer. If you weaken the bully, which in this instance is Iran, you basically make sure everything's secure and ready. And yeah, and here's the thing, the Strait of Hormuz is going to be secure very soon. The Strait of Hormuz is going to be secure very, very soon. Mark my words. Mark my words. Let me take a look at the markets real quick. I'm sure the markets are going to be all over the place today. Hopefully up. Uh-oh. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me a moment, gentlemen. I'm doing a couple last-second swing trades real quick. It may take me a few moments, so bear with me, though. So how am I objectively an idiot? Did it ever occur to you that maybe you're an idiot? Because you don't realize the significance of weakening Iran. The weaker Iran is, the better. We took out their nuclear program. We took out their entire naval fleet. America took out pretty much the entirety of the Iran military. So why am I an idiot for supporting a weak Iran? I think you're an idiot for not wanting Iran to be weak. Iran needs to be weak, and this war is only going to last probably until March 31st. Well, guess what? The Iranian government was publicly executing its own people. Are you kidding me? The government was publicly executing their own people. I think it's great that we took out their entire naval fleet. I think it's great that look, Iran's terrible, man. Iran is a terrible country. Through and through. I think you know that. Hey, look, as long as we're not the ones who choose the leader, as long as it's the people of Iran who choose the leader, that's the most important. As long as the people of Iran choose their next leader, that's the most important factor here. No, Iraq. First off, the reason that Iraq didn't work is because we performed the regime change itself. And in Afghanistan, we basically, if I remember correctly, did the same thing. We need to let the people of the country decide who will lead the country next. That's what needs to happen.
Prosecuted, as far as I'm concerned, almost from day one. We knocked out many of these things. We knocked out the Navy essentially in a couple of days. But I was surprised to see that NATO, while they agree that it was a very important thing to do, they agree fully. Nobody said, oh, you shouldn't do it. They would have had a nuclear weapon within 1 month of when we had the B-2 bombers bomb the nuclear potential. I call it the nuclear dust. I think NATO's making a very foolish mistake. And I've long said that, I wonder whether or not NATO would ever be there for us. So this was a great test because we don't need them. But
NATO is rarely there for the U.S., man. Yeah, NATO is rarely there for the U.S. That's all I got to say.
Should have been there. The other thing is, and I think, very important, we didn't have to be there for Ukraine. Biden chose to spend hundreds of billions of dollars on Ukraine. And I guess the head of Germany just made a statement that, they weren't involved and they have nothing to do with the war. But at the same time, they think we did a great thing by knocking them out. Nobody wants to have Iran, or anybody, but nobody wants to have Iran with a nuclear, because these people are crazy. They're absolutely crazy, and they're vicious, violent. I mean, they kill. Think of it. They killed, now I hear it's about 41,000 people. They put out a notice.
41,000?
Anybody
Damn.
that protests will be immediately shot and killed.
That's insane. So basically, anybody who was protesting the active government of Iran, 41,000 people were executed and killed by that Iranian regime. Honestly, I am glad. I am glad the Iranian regime is crumbling before our very eyes. So cheers, man. Screw the Iranian government, man. Screw the Iranian government.
That's pretty tough stuff. So everyone agrees with us, but they don't want to help. And we as the United States have to remember that, because we think it's pretty shocking.
President Macron has just said in the last hour that he will never join a task force in the Strait of Hormuz until hostilities finish. Yet yesterday you said...
Who said that? Who said?
President Macron of France. What's your reaction to that, sir?
Well, he'll be out of office very soon, so we'll have to see. I don't know.
Nobody cares what Macron has to say, dude. Screw France. Macron is such a chud.
President Trump, on Doonbeg, you're building an extension.
Annie is saying, yep, they aren't allowed to protest. They will be treated like the enemy, yep. Iran's government is so trashy, dude. Iran's government is beyond the level of trash. Straight trash, bro. Straight trash.
To it at the moment, but there's been an
Absolutely.
objection put in, and it's being held back at the moment due to small snails What are you disappointed about that?
No, the planning commission is.
I have not heard that, no.
Planning commission.
I mean, the course was built and it's been operated very successfully. Somebody's objecting, him in an environmental group is objecting to small snails at Doonbeg. I don't know, it doesn't sound like the biggest problem I've ever had.
How close it is to announce a coalition of willing to secure the Strait of Hormuz? Which countries are joining?
They got to secure the Strait of Hormuz ASAP, man. That's what's got to happen. It needs to be secured. It needs to be figured out, dude. Strait of Hormuz, come on, man. It's got to get figured out sooner rather than later, man. You know it. I know it. The American people know it. We all know it. I just want to see the Strait of Hormuz figured out, bro. That's all I want to see. So Slumped One is saying unpatriotic trash host. Dude, you're a trash commenter, bro. And I'll tell you why, because it sounds like you're apologizing for Iran. You're apologizing to Iran is what it sounds like. That's my opinion. It sounds like so what, are we supposed to just let Iran continue being a piece of crap country and destabilizing the entire Middle East? They have funded so much terror in the Middle East that it's absolutely insane. And it blows my mind that anybody supports it. So I don't know. A weak Iran government, first off, a weak Iranian military is a good Iran.
Which countries have?
Well, we've had great support from the Middle East. Qatar has been great. UAE has been they've been great. Saudi Arabia has been terrific. Bahrain has been very good. The Middle Eastern countries have been very strong in their support. And, of course, Israel has been...
Oh, no, I don't think we could stabilize Iran. I think Iran's cooked no matter what. What I'm saying is that a weak Iran poses no threat to anybody. So as long as Iran has virtually no military, they don't pose a threat to any other countries. That's it. A weak Iran is a good Iran. No, you're not slumped. Slumped One, you're not making any good points, is what I'm saying. Your points are trashy. Your points don't make any sense. Yeah, I'm sorry, Slumped. Your points suck. They're not good. I'm just saying.
Our partner, Israel's been very, very strong along with us. It's been a very strong
That's just my opinion, bro.
collaboration. I was against Iran long before I even thought about Israel being against Iran. If you look back, many years ago, I talked about Iran was a big threat to this country, to this world of ours, and turned out to be I was right.
So let me get this straight. So it sounds like Slumped wants a strong Iranian military. Is that right? That's what I'm getting. Slumped, you want a strong Iranian military because why? I think the fact that America's military was able to take out Iran's military so quickly is a good thing. It's a good thing. Iran, they need to figure out their leadership situation, but to get rid of most of their leaders is a good thing. How is it a straw man argument? How is what I'm saying a strong man argument? You know that a strong Iran is a bad Iran. Because a strong Iranian military is not good. We don't want them to have a nuclear program either. So either way, Iran's dangerous. You know it. You know it, man. And the sad thing is you just can't admit it. That's the part that sucks about this, is you can't admit that I'm right. You know I'm right, bro. You know deep down in your heart of hearts that I'm correct. A weak Iran is a good Iran. Once again, I repeat, a weak Iran is the best Iran that we could have.
In fact, I said you have to attack Karg Island. You have to attack them years ago when they were acting up. They've been acting up for
I think what America did is perfect. We're going to make it to where there's we're going to make it to where Iran doesn't fucking sponsor terrorism anymore because they won't have any real ability to do so. The Iranian government has been a huge piece of shit for a long time. And what Trump is doing, man, I firmly agree with it. Like, at first I was kind of hesitant. I had to look at more information, but the more I look into it, the more I'm like, you know what? Good for you, Donald. Good for you, man. Good for you, bro.
37, 47, I guess now 48 years. For 48 years they've been...
Hey, if you guys can, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Once again, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're currently at 8,963 subscribers, which means we're getting closer and closer. We're 37 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs. I want to see if we can get to 9,000 subscribers before the end of the stream, so don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, more subscribers, the better. I mean, we're trying to really gain a foothold. Maybe not a foothold, but more of a presence on YouTube. And I think we could do it. I firmly believe in this channel and what we do. I think we have a good time doing what we do. I give you my raw reactions, my raw takes on a lot of things that are going on in the world, a lot of things that are going on in financial markets, that sort of thing. So I'm more than willing to keep giving you guys, dishing my truth, my version of the truth. Fly on Garza's balls says, Garza, I'm not even gonna read that, bro. But thank you for the compliment. Fly on Garza's balls. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. You know what? I think a lot of the people, including Slumped, I think that Slumped is probably a bot. And the reason I say that is because I think he's just one of those anti-Trump bots that, like, here's the thing, Donald Trump could cure cancer and people would still find something to bitch about the way he did it or something, right? People don't like Trump, and it's not because that he's really a bad person. It's because he's not conventionally attractive. Major General Tao says Garza for VP. Major General Tao for president and Garza for vice president. I might be able to get down on that, man. I might be able to get down on that. You're starting to make me tingle. Fly on Garza's ball says Garza for PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but you can't get $1 out of me. And I know what you can't see, that I'm a motherfucking PIMP. All right, let's keep going, everybody.
Bad players, vicious players, and you can't let them have a nuclear...
Yeah, they can't handle that Trump is a total Chad. I agree, dude. Trump is a Chad. Whether people want to admit it or not, Trump is a Chad.
Weapon. If they got a nuclear weapon, I would say they would have used it within 24 hours after having it. And they would have had it if we didn't bomb them out on that great raid with the B-2 bombers 8 months ago or so. You would have had a nuclear war in the Middle East and maybe beyond. I think it would have hit Europe. Maybe not Ireland, but it would have hit Europe. I think you would have been a nice piece of it. It all gets you. It's big enough that you would have been affected. They would have hit Europe eventually.
Yeah, Iran was looking pretty dangerous there for a bit, and honestly, I think what Trump did, man, was smart. You don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. You just don't. You just don't. You don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. Period. End of story. So it's good that they took out their nuclear facilities. It's good. It was a great thing.
Mr. President, your director of national counterterrorism, Joe Kent, he just resigned.
And by the way, Obama's bill or whatever, the bill that Trump retracted or whatever, allegedly, that was going to make it to where Iran could get more powerful and more powerful. It's a good thing that Trump retracted that so he could try to prevent Iran from getting any more powerful than they could. We do not want a powerful Iran. In fact, we want the weakest Iran possible. We want the weakest Iran that we could possibly get. That's what we want. And by the way, like I said, I'm not a fan of war. But the more I've looked into this, the more I understand why this is being done. I understand why it's being done. So I get it.
Today, he said he can't support your conflict with Iran. What's your reaction to that? And did you talk
Well, I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy.
Weak on security, man.
But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat.
Iran, I do believe that Iran is a threat to the Middle East, and if they did get if they were developing a nuclear weapon, you do not want them to develop a nuclear weapon. Period. End of story. Fly on Garza's ball says it's like Andrew Tate. Everybody hated him before anything ever even happened. For real, motherfuckers see people with powerful and confident vibes and try to demonize them. Absolutely. The one thing people hate is confidence, and that is so fucking sad, because it's like people hate other successful people, because if somebody is unsuccessful in life, they tend to envy and demonize and make somebody feel bad for doing good in life, you know? Thank you, Major General Tao, for sending a lucky clover for 4 jewels. Appreciate you, man. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Mr. General Tao. And then sent to 100 for 2 jewels. I appreciate that too, my brony bro. But I'm going to put the lucky clover on the screen for a little bit, because I really appreciate that, man. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, though. It really does help the channel grow. More subscribers we get, the better. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It's right there. We need you guys. We're trying to get to 9,000 subscribers before the end of the stream. I think we could do it, but let's see what we could pull off, man. Let's see what we could do.
It's a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it. And many of the greatest military scholars are saying for years that the president should have taken out Iran because they wanted a nuclear weapon. They were, if we didn't do the attack, or if, I'll go a step further, if I didn't terminate the Iran nuclear deal given to us, one of the worst deals ever made by Barack Hussein Obama. Remember when they sent Boeing 757s over there loaded with cash? Hundreds of millions of dollars. You would have been very happy. This was a wonderful, they sent hundreds of millions. People forget that. Does anybody remember? Right? You remember. Hundreds of millions of dollars in a Boeing 757. I think they had 2 of them loaded. They took the seats out and they put cash. And it was so much that there wasn't a bank in Virginia, Maryland, or D.C. that had any money left. They stripped them of all their money, put it into place, sent it to Iran, almost as ransom. That's not going to happen with Trump.
That's crazy, man. That's insane. What the F, bro? What the F? I don't even know what to say at that point.
And nobody ever did anything about it. Nobody ever said anything. Can you imagine if I did that? So they've been a threat for a long time. But they've really been a threat. If I didn't terminate Obama's horrible deal that he made, the Iran nuclear deal.
Yes, the Iran nuclear deal. That's what I was talking about earlier. Trump terminating that deal was crucial. It was absolutely crucial and absolutely necessary. We all know it. We know it. You know it. You all know it. You got to know it. Come on, man. It was absolutely necessary for him to terminate that specific deal, because it was honestly hindering the U.S. in more ways than one, right? It was hindering the U.S. in more ways than one. You know it. You know it. Come on, man.
You would have had a nuclear war 4 years ago. You would have had nuclear holocaust, and you would have had it again if we didn't.
Slumped one is saying nobody's listening to the
Slumped
host.
one says, nobody is listening to host.
Hey, people are listening to me, man. You know it. You're pissed off that people are listening to me. You're pissed off that people are actually on Trump's side. You're pissed about that. You're pissed that people actually agree with Trump on this. You are. I know you are, man. I could tell. I could see it I can't see it in your eyes because I can't see your eyes, but I think you know deep down that Trump is right. Trump is right about this. You know it. I know it. The American people know it.
Didn't bomb the site. So when somebody is working with us that says they didn't think Iran was a threat, we don't want those people because, and there are some people, I guess, that would say that, but they're not smart.
Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So once again, do not forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Major General Tao says Chris Hansen sings Demi Lovato. I don't know any Demi Lovato songs, to be honest. At least I don't think I do. So that would be a tough one. But I could do Chris Hansen sings Taylor Swift. That would be pretty funny to do Chris Hansen. So Stranger says, oh my God, hold on.
Strangers 3005 says, please get kirked.
Oh, whatever, dude. You're such a loser. Strangers, dude, you're a loser. The fact that you want me to get Charlie kirked is disgusting. That is disgusting. And I'll tell you why it's disgusting, because it proves to me and proves to everybody in the chat that you don't like people who disagree with you. You're pissed. You're a spoiled brat. You can't stand the fact that people actually disagree with you. And then when anybody disagrees with you, you're stupid. Hold on. You voted for that, and instead of taking responsibility for the blood of children, you talk about his... No, Trump's the man, dude. Trump is the man. Screw you, dude. Screw you, strangers. E.T. says, I love you, Garza, no homo. I don't mind it. Even if there's a little tinge of homosexuality there, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Stranger, dude, I'm not ignoring that. And by the way, Donald Trump didn't go in there and personally drop a bomb on children. That's terrible. Why would you say that? It's not like he went in there and did it. And by the way, a weak Iran, I'm just going to say this. A weak Iran is a good Iran. So that's all I got to say.
People, or they're not savvy people. Iran was a tremendous threat. And virtually every NATO nation, and this is the thing, if they told me it wasn't a threat, and therefore they don't want to help.
By the way, has that been fully investigated? Hold on. They're still investigating that, by the way. It's not proven that it was the U.S. as far as I know. As far as I know, they're still investigating that, brother. They're still investigating it, so there's no proof, as far as I know, that it was the U.S. who did that. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the sick, demented Iranian government, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they allegedly did that to the school. Because the Iranian government is corrupt and disgusting, and they're terrible. They're soulless. I think you know that.
But when they say it was a threat, and it was a major threat...
Yeah, I hear it's still being investigated. No, there hasn't been any firm conclusion from what I've been able to tell. Unless you could show me otherwise. But yeah, by the way, Iran is a threat. Iran needs to be weak. A weak Iran is a good Iran, so whatever.
Every one of them. I think every one of them. I don't know if one that said they're not a threat, but when they say it was a threat...
Yeah, weak Iran's a good Iran.
Help, I think they're very foolish. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting because I could say this, that what's happening in Ukraine...
Hey, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We're at 8,965 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,965 subs. That means we're only 35 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We are a smaller channel. We're ultimately trying to get to 10,000 subs. I know we're not going to get to 10,000 by the end of the stream, but we're going to get to 9,000 by the end of the stream. I feel it. I'm very confident about that. And thank you guys for chipping in. You guys are amazing. And let's keep going, man. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it rolling.
We're probably in there for $400 billion. We don't spend any money anymore. They buy it from us and they pay full price. But Biden gave them between $350 and $400 billion of equipment and cash. Someday they'll have to find out about the cash. And you could say that wasn't a threat. You know, we're helping them. So we helped them. And they didn't help us, and I think that's a very bad thing for NATO.
Honestly, though, I'll tell you why a weak Iran's a good thing. At least a weak Iranian military. Because that means Iran can do no more damage to its neighbors. Iran has been doing terrible things to its neighbors in those neighboring countries for a long time. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're not going to admit it, and that's fine. But they have been doing terrible things for a very long time. So a weak Iran is a good Iran. You know that I'm correct on this, that a weak Iran is the ideal outcome. A weak Iranian military is best for the world.
Are there any repercussions for NATO, and are you still going to China?
Well, yeah, on China, it's a little different story. We're resetting the meeting, and it looks like it'll take place in about 5 weeks. We're working with China. They were fine.
I really do believe that the war in Iran's going to be over by March 31st. Or around March 31st, I should say.
With it, we're going to say, I look forward to seeing President Xi. He looks forward to seeing me, I think. But I do look forward to seeing him. We have a good relationship with China. China actually has become economically for us very good. Very good, as you know. It's much different than it was in the past. And we have a very good work.
But yeah, you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. More subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. Like I said, subscribe buttons in the upper right-hand corner. We're a smaller channel, admittedly. Let's keep going.
In relationship with China. So we're making it in about 5 or 6 weeks.
Repercussions for NATO for not supporting you on this? Any repercussions?
Well, no, I just think that it's not good for a partnership when they say what you're doing is a great thing, but we're not going to help. You know, they say what you did is
expecting NATO to do anything. I mean, NATO never does shit. So I think it's kind of foolish to expect NATO to do anything because NATO doesn't do shit ever. We all know that. We all know that NATO's never going to help out. The NATO countries are just going to mooch and mooch and mooch off the U.S. for as long as they can. And we all know this is how the story goes every single time. No, Slumped gets his views from CNN and The View. Exactly, Annie. Let's put that up on the board.
Annie01200 says, Slump gets his facts from CNN and The View, LOL.
Absolutely.
It's a great thing, but we're not going to have.
By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I just want to give everybody a shout out. Happy St. Patrick's Day. If you guys love the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to help us grow, we're almost to 9,000 subs. So close. So close. We're like 35 subscribers away from hitting 9,000. So anybody who wants to subscribe, it really does help the channel grow. So let's keep going.
In Iran, because the Iranian regime has told Sky News, if you put boots on the ground in Iran, it will be another Vietnam. Are you afraid of that?
No, I'm really not afraid of anything.
I'm not afraid to take the stage, everybody. Have you been down the same road?
Are you rethinking the United States' relationship with NATO possibly getting out?
Well, I'm disappointed in NATO that we spend trillions of dollars on NATO. Think of it, trillions over the years, many trillions of dollars.
Oh yeah, NATO is a lousy investment for the U.S. because NATO, like I said, anytime the U.S. does anything that's worthwhile, like this Iran situation, NATO just stays out of it. They just don't do anything. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
It's one of the reasons.
Yeah, NATO is trash, dude. At this point, NATO, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. It's not fact. I think that NATO's trash.
We have deficits and we help other countries. And when they don't help us, I mean, it's certainly something that we should think about. I don't need Congress for that decision. As you probably know, I can make that decision myself. I'd work with some very smart people. And I'd always deal with Congress anyway, but I don't need Congress for that decision. But, you know, when you say rethink,
Mascamation says, host, react to my comments. I am under no obligation to react to your stupid ass comments. I will react to this one.
Mascimation 8213 says, host, react to my comments.
Like I said, I'm under no obligation to react to your stupid comments. No, I think you, by the way, Slumped and Mascamation, I think your guys' comments are low IQ comments. You guys have extremely low IQ comments, and I don't think you guys are even worth answering because I don't think you guys are making any points. I think you guys are spamming. Now, I'm not going to block you. I want you guys to keep saying what you believe, even if I think you guys are idiots. But you know, I'm not about censorship, even if the people on my chat, some of the people are stupid. I'm not about censorship. I'm going to let everybody say their piece, even if their piece is stupid, because I think it's good to argue. I think it's good to debate a little bit.
I have nothing currently in mind, but I will say that I'm not exactly thrilled when we help them with Ukraine. Look, Ukraine would have been over in one day if we didn't help. Frankly, Ukraine would have been over the first day. They had the best equipment in the world. It was our equipment, given by Sleepy Joe Biden. No charge, no charge. Hundreds of millions of dollars of the best equipment in the world.
Yeah, the whole war in Ukraine thing, I mean, that would have been over pretty quickly. If we're going to be honest, that would have been over very, very quickly. And honestly, I think the reason that the war in Ukraine is not over yet is because I think Vladimir Putin is just letting the war prolong as long as it can. I don't know why. But whatever. Stranger says again, get kirked. Whatever, dude. Strangers, you're a loser. Strangers is a total loser. He's telling me to get kirked. What a piece of shit.
No charge. I will say that I'm not happy about it.
We do have some abusive commenters in here. I'm not going to block them, though. If you want to abuse the host, that's fine. But, you know, I'm just going to call you guys, if you guys are going to be abusive to me, though, I'm just going to call you guys losers. So to all the leftists, to all the insane leftists in the chat, you know, you guys could be low IQ if you want. You go for it. Be low IQ. Have fun being low IQ. Have fun being a miserable leftist. Because at the end of the day, that's what you are, is a miserable leftist who's eating chips off their chest and on their mobile phone, probably gooning. And you know what I mean?
One on Iran and one on...
Child of God TCRC just sent a lucky clover for 4 jewels. Thank you, Child of God TCRC. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for sending the lucky clover for 4 jewels. I appreciate it. Anybody who wants to send me a lucky clover, by the way, a lucky clover gift, it does fund the channel in some weird way. So I do appreciate any lucky clovers you guys want to send. And happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. Let's keep going, man.
Cuba. Is Iran now a bigger foreign policy priority for you than China? And on Cuba, the Cuban government...
Iran is just a military operation to me. Iran is...
Yeah, it's not a war. Here's the thing. I know. Well, I mean, I guess you can call it a war technically. But I do agree with Trump. It basically is a military operation. Hey, thank you, Jenny Tolles, for sending a floating heart gift. Anybody who wants to send a gift, by the way, it does help the channel in many, many ways. So the simple act of even sending something like a floating heart or a lucky clover, I appreciate all the virtual gifts. You guys are amazing. You guys keep this channel growing. You guys keep it going. Super chats, gifts, gifted memberships, or even becoming a channel member. It does help. So I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel in that way. Even the simple act of subscribing if you haven't already. Slumped says, can you explain or just insult me? I'm just going to insult you at this point because you're spamming. You're spamming. Why would I even bother answering your stupid question when you're just a spammer, dude? You're just a loser spammer. Thank you, Jenny Tolles, for the thumbs up. Everybody, let's give a shout out to Jeannie Tolles for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Major General Tao just gifted a channel membership. Thank you, Major General Tao, for gifting a Michael Garza Show gifted membership to Allays 7043. I really appreciate you gifting that to one of our viewers. That really does help quite a bit. Let's give a shout out to Major General Tao, and thank you, Jenny Tolles, for the lucky clover. I appreciate it. Everybody give a shout out to Jenny Tolles and Major General Tao. Jenny Tolles just sent us a lucky clover for 4 jewels, and Major General Tao just sent us a Michael Garza gifted membership. And the recipient of that is Allays 7043. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you, Jenny Tolles, for the lucky clover. I really do appreciate it. Big time. My pink brony bro. Thank you, everybody who wants to send any sort of gifts, man. Jenny Tolles is giving lucky clovers all over the place, and I appreciate it big time, man. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are helping the stream get funded at a massive scale. Thank you, Major General Tao, for sending the 100. For 2 jewels. Everybody, you guys are amazing.
Something that
I have the greatest subscribers in the world. I just want to say that I have the greatest subscribers in the world. Thank you guys for helping me out. You guys are helping a young man out. You guys are helping this young boy. So no, I do appreciate you guys quite a bit.
was essentially largely over in 2 or 3 days because the Navy was wiped out almost immediately. The Air Force came next. The anti-aircraft came next. I mean, we're flying over Iran. We could take out their electric capacity in 1 hour. We have.
Jeannie Tolles says.
Jeannie Tolles says. It's funny to hear that name spoke out loud.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Chicken Nugget says, tell us your real name. Oh, my God. What are you talking about? How am I hiding my face, dude? How am I hiding my face, dude? You know? Some people are hating in the chat, dude. No one hates Garza, says ET. And then Major General Tao is putting up the pink brony club stuff. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you again, Jeannie Tools, for the lucky clover. I got my lucky 4-leaf clover today. I'm a lucky man. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
There's nothing they can do right now because everything is knocked out. They have no radar, no anti-aircraft. They have nothing. And we don't, and it was a decision I made. We discussed it.
Oh, wait a minute. I think we're going to meet the virtual
JD,
goal.
all of us, Chris.
We're going to meet the gift
we
goal.
We discussed it. We can knock out their electricity in a matter of minutes if we wanted to.
No.
There's nothing they can do about it. We can knock out their oil in Carg Island. The only thing we didn't take down was their oil.
Major General Tao just sent a 100 for 2 jewels. Thank you, Major General. I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, the reason I'm not answering Slumped is because Slumped keeps basically spamming the chat. Masquemation's a total chud. A lot of you guys coming into the chat, like a lot of you leftists, are being totally belligerent and spamming, and I shouldn't take any of you guys seriously if you guys are going to be spamming bots, dude. That's all you guys are, spam bots. That's all you guys are, bro. That's all you guys are. To all the leftists in the chat, quit being belligerent, man.
Because if we knock out, I call them the pipes.
You know? That's all leftists are good at, is being belligerent.
Very complex. But if you do that, it'll take them...
Belligerent Karens. I honestly see leftists as Karens at this point. It's terrible.
Rebuild, meaning whoever, and hopefully it's a sane group of people. But whoever it is that's going
Hey, thank you, Jenny Tolles, for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're getting so many shout outs.
We're going to try to get people that are going to run it well, and it's going to be a prosperous, wonderful place. It used to
Thank you, Major General Tao, for the lucky clover, my brony bro. You're my pink brony bro.
be, if you go back, it used to be the people are great, the people are smart and energetic, and it used to be
Oh,
very
shit, we
successful.
might reach
now
the goal.
It's a
Uh-oh.
country run by fear. It's a country where they tell protesters,
Oh, crap,
don't
dude.
go outside, because if you do, we're going to kill you.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, Cuba.
The government.
Well, Cuba right now is in very bad shape.
Oh, shit. We only have 1 minute and 32 seconds to reach the goal. Is Major General Tao going to make it happen? We're 21 gifts away. Uh-oh. Shit. Mascamation says he's not a leftist. He's a communist. Dude, if you're a communist these days, you're basically on the left. Because the entire left, the modern leftist, is a communist. Unfortunately. They're into communism. They love communism, dude. The modern leftist is basically a communist. Absolutely, you are a leftist, dude. Mascamation, you're a total communist. Yeah, Mascamation, dude, you're a total chud, dude. Hey, thank you, Major General. Oh, shit, dude. We got 37 seconds. Major General sending a bunch of 100s. Uh-oh. Am I going to have to speak in an Irish accent? Hello, laddies. Hello, laddies. Thank you for the 100, Major General Tao. Thank you, Jenny Tolles, for the lucky clover. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're getting lots of lucky clovers and all that shit. Oh, my God. We might reach the goal. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, dude. Oh, shit. We got 3 seconds. Oh, the goal's ended. We got 30.
Thank you for subscribing
out
to
of
the
50
Michael
gifts.
Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, thank you so much, Finnegan's Channel, for subscribing to the show. Everybody, let's give a round of applause to Finnegan's Channel for subscribing to the show. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
That's the sound of my cheeks clapping, basically. Thank you again, Jenny Tolles, for sending the lucky 4-leaf clover, man. All right, laddies. So since you guys got pretty close to getting, I'm going to do an Irish accent. You guys got close to hitting the goal, but I'm going to do it anyway because I just appreciate you all. You're an incredible community. And, yeah, I appreciate you all. You guys are incredible. I'm going to set a new goal, though. I'm going to do the Irish accent just because you guys got close enough, and I just appreciate you all as subscribers. And it's St. Patrick's Day. It's St. Patrick's Day, love. I got you covered. I will sing a love song in the tune of Chris Hansen. And I'm going to put Chris Handsome. There we go. Okay. I have another gift goal. I will sing a love song in the tune of Chris Handsome. Hello there, laddie. It's okay, laddie. I got you covered.
Laugh out loud.
Chris Hansen sings Ophelia Taylor Swift in Irish.
I've actually never heard Taylor Swift's song Ophelia, but I will tell you this, if you guys want. I can sing it. You know what? I'm gonna sing a Taylor Swift song real quick. We're gonna take a small detour. We're gonna look up Taylor Swift lyrics, and we're going to sing a Taylor Swift song that I know in the style of Chris Handsome. Okay. It's a little unorthodox, and people are not going to like it, unfortunately, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man. Let's see. I want to see all the songs here. We'll do Blank Space by Taylor Swift in the key of Chris Hansen. All right. Nice to meet you. Where you been? I could show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there. And I thought, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Loves a game. Want to play? New money. Suit and tie. I could read you like a magazine. Ain't it funny? Rumors fly. And I know you've heard about me. So hey, let's be friends. I'm dying to see how this one ends. Grab your passport in my hand, and I can make the bad guys good for a weekend. So it's going to be forever. So it's going to be forever, or it's going to go down in flames. You could tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain, got a long list of ex-lovers based on the chat logs. They tell you I'm insane, 'cause you know I love the players and you love the game based on the chat logs. What are you doing here? 'Cause we're young, we're reckless. We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless. Or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They tell you I'm insane. But I've got a blank space baby. And I'll write your name. Cherry lips, crystal skies. I could show you incredible things. Stolen kisses, pretty lies. You're the king, baby. And I'm your queen. Find out what you want. Be that girl for a month. Wait, the worst is yet to come. Oh no. Screaming, crying. Perfect storms. I can make all the tables turn. Rose garden filled with thorns. Keep you second guessing. Like, oh my God. Who is she? I get drunk on jealousy, allegedly, based on the chat logs, but you'll come back each time you leave. 'Cause, darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. So it's gonna be forever. This is some really weird stuff. Or it's gonna go down in flames. You could tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain, got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players, and you love the game, based on the chat logs. 'Cause we're young. It's too much. Oh my God, I don't know how long I could do this for. Yep. So, okay. I don't know if I could do any Pink Brony Club at the moment. I don't know how willing I am to do that right now, but I may consider it at some point. But I do want to thank you guys for sending me the jewels. The jewels! Thank you guys for sending me virtual gifts, though. It does help the channel grow. It helps my pee-pee feel big. But thank you guys for sending the 4-leaf clovers, though. That was really dope.
They're talking to Marco, and we'll be
Marco
doing something
Rubio,
with him very
dude.
soon. We're really
You guys, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. So, like I said, tap the subscribe button right there. It's in the upper right-hand corner. We're trying to grow as much as possible. Major General Tao says, we have ruined the Garza will to perform on command. Michael Garza for 3. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. We'll keep doing the Garza stuff, man.
we're really focused on this, but we're dealing with Cuba. Marco, do you want to say a couple of words about it?
Yeah, I mean, Cuba has an economy that doesn't work and a political and governmental system that can't fix it. So they have to change dramatically. What they announced yesterday is not dramatic enough. It's not going to fix it. So
yeah, Cuba needs to change their shit, dude.
they've got some big decisions.
Cuba is cooked. Cuba is cooked. And I think the U.S. can help out.
But Secretary Rubio, do you support, and I know this is up to Congress, but do you support easing the trade embargo if you get more cooperation from Havana?
Well, I'm not going to discuss what we would talk about or not. Suffice it to say that the embargo is tied to political change on the island. The embargo is codified. And but the bottom line is their economy doesn't work. It's a non-functional economy. It's an economy that has survived. That revolution. It's not even a revolution. That thing they have has survived on subsidies from the Soviet Union and now from Venezuela. They don't get subsidies anymore, so they're in a lot of trouble. And the people in charge are.
Yeah, Cuba's cooked, dude. Cuba is absolutely cooked. Yeah, Cuba's cooked, dude. Yeah, Rubio's the man, dude. Hey, Slumped, quit being such a chud, dude. Slumped is in here bullying everybody in the chat. What a stud. Not a stud, sorry. A chud. What a chud. Let's keep going.
They don't know how to fix it. So they have to get new people in charge. That's what.
And the relationship we have with Venezuela has been, I think you could almost say, incredible. It's been really good. It's been good for Venezuela, and it's been good for us. And I congratulate the Venezuelan baseball team because that was a big win. And I guess they play another game tonight in the finals. And I said a lot of good things have happened to Venezuela lately. This is the first time they've ever been in the finals, and it was pretty exciting. Yeah.
Iran is just a military operation to you. But do you not have a day after plan? And if so, what is your day after plan for Iran?
Well, we have a lot. Look, if we left right now, it would take 10 years for them to rebuild. But we're not ready to leave yet. But we'll be leaving in the near future. We'll be leaving in pretty much the very near future. But right now, they've been decimated from every standpoint. And again, we've had great support from countries in the Middle East, great support, but we've had essentially no support from NATO.
Yeah, of course they had no support from NATO because NATO doesn't, like I kept saying earlier, NATO doesn't do anything. NATO is lazy. NATO's terrible, man.
What about your relationship with London? Has it been damaged by the fact that Keir Starmer isn't supporting you in this war? And has your opinion of Keir Starmer changed because of this?
Well, he hasn't been supportive, and I think it's a big mistake. You know, they make a lot of money on trade with the United States. I went out of my way, as you know, they couldn't make a deal with.
Starman's such a total chud. The British PM or whatever the hell he is. He's a chud.
With Biden, because they had no real administration to make a deal, Biden. But we made a deal. We made a good deal for them, and frankly, probably wasn't appreciated. I do look forward to seeing the king. Here's
the thing. I don't know if I want to have moderators as much as I've considered it. If it gets really out of hand, I could put somebody in timeout or whatever. I have to have minor penalties for. I don't know. I think Slumped. I mean, I might report him for spam on there because he just keeps spamming, but we'll see. We'll see what we could do.
He's gonna be coming, as you know, very shortly. But no, I was disappointed because Keir was willing to send 2 aircraft carriers after we won, because essentially there's no threat for the aircraft carriers right now. And they said, no, we want things sent before the war, not after the war is won. So, yeah, I'm disappointed with Keir. I like him. I think he's a nice man, but I'm disappointed.
Yeah, Starmer, I don't know. I don't trust him. I think Starmer's one of those Democrat leftist guys and a total creep. So, I don't know. I don't like him.
You see that man right there? You know who that is? Churchill. That's the late, great Winston Churchill.
Oh, if you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're trying to get to 9,000 subscribers before the end of the stream. Once again, we're trying to get to 9,000 subs before the stream ends. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Check it out, man. We're really trying to get up there. We're really trying to get to that 9,000 threshold. We're close. We're at 8,967 subs. Once again, we're at 8,967 subscribers. So the more you guys contribute, in the sense that anybody who hasn't subscribed, just subscribe, man. It helps us out in a lot of ways. I'll tell you, the more subscribers we get, the more it helps. Even the simple act of tapping the like button does wonders.
And Barack Hussein Obama did not want his bust in this office. Did you know that? And Barack Hussein Obama sent that bus back to England. They didn't want it. And when I came in, I was asked if I wanted it. I said, absolutely, I want it. And I put it right there, Winston Churchill. And, you know, unfortunately...
Hell yeah, bro. That's so pimp. Yeah, Obama was a pretty terrible president, too. Like, Biden was bad. Obama was bad. Clinton was bad. Bush was bad. I think George Bush is a terrible president. George Bush might go down as like one of the top 3 worst presidents ever. George Bush really sucks. I think Clinton was better than Bush, surprisingly. I don't know.
Fortunately, Keir is not Winston Churchill.
Do you have
No, hold it. Right.
Just could I
Hold it.
just make a number of points? First of all, I think, notwithstanding what has happened, the transatlantic relationship.
Slumped, you're an idiot, bro. You're just a dummy. Nah, I got viewers, man. I got like tons of... Dude, I got people coming in all over the place, dude. The show is becoming extremely popular on YouTube. The show has become extremely popular on YouTube. Are you kidding me? People love the show. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Between Europe and the US is very, very important on a number of fronts. And I think we've had issues over the last year or two, but we settled them. And I think many of these leaders engage with you, particularly on trade.
Thank you, President of Ireland. We love you, Brony.
You remember all the fuss last year, but we got a landing zone between Europe and the US, and I think we can get a landing zone again. And I think I just met with Keir Starmer last week. The British-Irish relationship was a very important one. Churchill was a great wartime leader, although in Ireland there was kind of a different perspective in terms of during our own war of independence and so on. He created his own bit of difficulties for us. But that said, he was a great wartime hero. Keir Starmer has done a lot to reset the Irish-British relationship. I just want to put that on the record. But I do believe that he's a very earnest...
Slumped is saying I'm coping. What am I coping? How am I coping? What are we talking about here? What cope is there? What copium are we talking about, bro?
Person who I think you...
What copium?
To get on with. You've got on with him before. And you've got on with other European leaders as well.
Dude, slumped.
You have that capacity again.
You do realize that I have over, like, check this out. I have 8,967 subscribers. Once again, I have 8,967 subs. We're only 33 subscribers away from hitting 9,000. So, Slumped, you're wrong, man. People like the show. People actually like it. It's cool. So if you guys can, though, tap the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. The more subscribers we get, the better. Don't forget, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. I'm on my knees. I'm begging, please. We need subs. We need subscribers bad. Oh, Brad, bad. Dude, we need subscribers, man. So if you guys can, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 6,000 by, not 6,000. We're trying to get to 9,000 subscribers before the end of the stream. So please, please, please tap the subscribe button. It really helps. Please subscribe. I'm begging, man. I'm on my knees. I'm begging, please subscribe.
And I think everyone accepts, I mean, you cannot have a rogue state with a nuclear weapon or the capacity for a nuclear weapon. Iran was a sponsor of terrorism.
Exactly. Iran's been a sponsor of terrorism for a very, very long time.
Sanctioned Iran. All European countries did as a terror, and the IRGC in particular as a terrorist.
A weak Iran is a good Iran, by the way. Just as I've been saying this entire time.
They sponsored Hezbollah, the Houthis. They created mayhem, a most maligned force in the Middle East. The Irish position has always been ultimately, can we resolve this? Can we get peace? And obviously there's preconditions before you get to that situation. We had our own conflict, which went on for 30 years, and we learned a lot from that in terms of how to try and bring about peace. And I think I listened to you in terms of, you're correct. I mean, our hearts go to the Iranian people who have been repressed and suppressed for so many years.
Exactly. The Irish president's calling it out, dude. The Iranian people have been effed over by their incompetent government for so long. So this was bound to happen, man. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, the U.S. is liberating Iran from their crappy government, dude. That's the thing. That's the thing. Now, I know you guys don't want to admit it. That's fine. Yeah, no, I think, by the way, thank you if you do want to subscribe, Ruben. I appreciate it. But yeah, I want a free Iran. I want the Iranian government to leave the people alone. People should be able to protest in any country without getting slaughtered or killed. You should be able to protest in Iran. Absolutely. I think the U.S. has liberated Iran in a lot of ways. We know it. I think you guys are aware that this is true. The U.S. has liberated Iran, man. In many ways. I know you guys don't. I know some of you leftists in the chat don't agree with me, but you know I'm right. Oh, you just unsubbed for the comment? What? Because I was being honest about Iran needing to be free and that U.S. is liberating Iran, basically, from their shitty government? Iran's got a shitty government, bro. You know it.
Culminating in that savage murder of thousands and thousands of Iranians some months ago. No one was in a position to.
Yeah, Iran blows, dude. I mean, look, the Iranian government blows. I want to see a better future for the Iranian people. So, yeah, what's wrong with wanting to see a better future for the Iranian people? What's wrong with that? To all the leftists in the chat. Anyway, thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you, Jay Hund, for subscribing to the channel. Everybody, let's give a round of applause to Jay Hund 5 for subscribing to the channel. Let's go. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. That's always the sound of my cheeks clapping right there. Let's keep going, man.
I think, and likewise with Ukraine, I mean, the Russians did invade Ukraine, have attacked civilian infrastructure and so on like that. And for the people of Ukraine who just want peace and an opportunity to live, I think.
Slumped One says he just learned something about the host. What did you learn, Slumped? What have you learned?
Slumped One says, I just learned something about host.
What did you learn, bro?
There is, I think, we have to continue to work to see, can we bring peace, different regime to Iran where Iranians can live in peace again and the people in the Middle East can live in peace, and you're doing your bit there in terms of the work in Gaza and so on like that. And I think that's what we want, is a peaceful resolution of conflict. That's where we come from as a small nation. Right. We've been peacekeepers all our lives. And we're the longest serving nation in terms of provision of peacekeeping.
Somebody leaked my full name? What are you talking about, bro? Who the hell leaked my full name? Who posted my full name? Where's my full name at? Hold on. Who the heck? I don't see my full name leaked anywhere. Where's my full name at? Dude, Slumped is such a piece of shit, dude. I'm starting, dude. The more I see Slumped in the chat, the more pissed off I am. Slumped is trying to rage bait me. He's trying to rage bait me really hard. If you guys are tired of the leftists in my chat, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys have Democrat fatigue, please subscribe to the channel. If you have Tim Walz fatigue, subscribe. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think a weak Iran is a good Iran, at least a weak military in Iran is a good Iran, please subscribe. More subscribers we get, the better. Yeah, I'm tired of all the trolls, dude.
Keeping forces in the war, as it turns out. But we think ultimately...
E.T. says Slumped is Jake Pierce. That is possible. Yeah, Slumped is pissing me off, bro. Full name is Cuckold. So frustrating, though, man. How am I a felon? Wait, how the hell am I a felon? What have I done?
All conflicts come to an end, and I think we have to try and work towards that end.
How the hell is it? By the way, do you know how many Michael Garzas are out there, just to let you know? Slumped, you do realize that there's so many Michael Garzas that exist? I'm not a felon, bro. How the hell am I a felon? Why the hell are you defaming me, bro? What the hell? Backsplash. What the hell?
And I'm sure European leaders and the US administration will engage, and hopefully we can get a landing zone somewhere.
I mean, the only thing, and I agree with everything you said, but we helped with Ukraine.
Yes.
And
all right, where's my mugshot at, bro? Where's my mugshot at? Okay, well, where's the mugshot at? Where did you find it? What record? Wife beater. Dude, I've never had a wife. I've never been married. How can I be a wife beater when I've never actually been married?
And they don't help with Iran.
Well,
they all acknowledge that Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. You yourself say, these are horrendous people. These are the worst people, and going back to Hitler, right? Going back to Hitler, these are the worst people. That's a long time ago, and there's been nothing close. Every problem, so many deaths. 90% of the people that got blown up by landmines, they loved them. Soleimani, we killed him. If we didn't, it might be a different story, because he was a horrible person, but he was a very powerful person and leader, smart. But we killed him. If we didn't, I think you'd have it. I did. But I think it would have maybe a different situation. It wouldn't have been so easy as it has been.
No, I'm on the Trump train, bro. By the way, I am fully on board the Trump train right now. I'm on the Trump train, brother. I voted for Donald Trump in 2016, 2020, and 2024. If you guys love Trump as much as I do, though, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Look, we love Trump on this channel. If you guys love Trump just as much as I do and you think he's the man, tap the subscribe button, bro. Just tap that subscribe button, man. Tap that simp scribe button, man. Simp. But yeah, the more subscribers we have, the better. We're almost to 9,000 subs. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,968 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 8,968 subscribers. We're only 32 subscribers away from hitting the 9,000 subscriber threshold, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you all. Keep staying pretty.
Because it has been very easy. It's... all of their military is out, but you can always have somebody drop a mine in the water. It's like terrorism.
Yep.
And then you have the people that own the billion-dollar ship saying, well, let's not move that ship yet because we want... So we thought that Europe would help that because they do have some minesweepers.
Why does this guy keep calling me an abuser?
But it's amazing that, they all said, what a great job. They were calling me, congratulating us on the great job we did with respect to Iran, and we knocked the hell out of them. They're no longer the bully of the Middle East. They were known as the bully of the Middle East, and they're not the bully anymore. But you would have thought they would have said, we'd love to send a couple of minesweepers. It's not a big deal. It doesn't cost very much money. But they didn't do that. So, I think it's very unfair to the United States. Not to me, but to the United States. Go ahead, please.
Keir Starmer isn't making...
She's a fantastic reporter, by the way. Go ahead.
Thank you. The Prime Minister isn't making the case to the British public as to why he should be supporting you. Could you do that now, talk to the UK and to GB News viewers about why it's in their interest that we help you?
Well, because we have a tremendous long-term relationship with the UK. I mean, people would say it's the best. I don't want to get into that, but we've had, it was the longest, the oldest, should be the best. Always was the best until Keir came along, and I like him. He's a nice man. He says everything beautiful. He's a very nice man with a beautiful family. Everything's perfect, but he doesn't produce. And I think it's very inexpensive. I just said, you don't have to send me aircraft carriers. Send me a couple of minesweepers. We don't need your...
E.T. says, Garza beats, oh my God. But we got Stockholm Syndrome, so we stay. E.T., you're the man, by the way, dog. I love you. If you guys love E.T. as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. More subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. It helps me feel like I got a bigger dong than I really do. I got a tiny schlong. Sorry. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Love you, bro. Let's go, dude.
Aircraft carriers, but even the aircraft carriers, he would only send them after we essentially won. I mean, he's sending them when there are no planes left, when the missiles are down to 8%. They have like 8% of the missiles. The rest we demolish the missiles, and the factories, largely the factories are going even as we speak. They just hit another factory. They have a lot of missile factories. They have a lot of drone factories, and so he's wants to send them when we don't need them. But we'd like to have minesweepers, because just in case. We don't know that there are any mines down, because we wiped out, I think, 24. They actually have to think of this for a country. They have 24 boats that do nothing but put mines in the water. This doesn't sound like a great country. This doesn't sound like a friendly country, but we killed all of those boats.
Slumped keeps saying he's got a mugshot of me. All right, dude. Where's the mugshot? Like, tell me where the mugshot is, and I'll go and look for it. Tell me where it's at. What name was it under? Tell me, where's my mugshot at? You're saying I got a mugshot, but I'm not aware of these crimes that you're accusing me of.
They're at the bottom of the sea. So we don't even know if there are any mines there, but if there are, we'd like to have a little help in finding them, probably most importantly.
Would you like a change of Prime Minister? Do you have confidence in Keir Starmer? Would you prefer to deal
Well,
with
it's not for me. It's really for the people of the UK to have confidence.
Of course, but is he
I've been very critical of Keir, and I did it in a friendly way. I said, if you don't change your energy thing and get away from windmills and go back to oil and gas, and you have something that's no other country has. Very few countries have anything like it, the North Sea. You have some of the greatest oil and oil deposits in the entire world, the North Sea. They don't use it. You buy a lot of your oil from Norway. You know where they get their oil? From the North Sea. And you pay a very big price. So why are you paying a lot of money? And I tell them...
Okay, Slumped says it's uploading, so you're uploading a video to your channel. Is that correct, Slump? Because I'll check it out. I'll check it out, man. If you're uploading something to your channel, let me know, bro. I see that Slumped likes Cowboy Bebop. So where is it uploading? I want to know what you're talking about. So you're uploading a video to your channel as we speak. All right, let's take a look at it. I'm excited, dude. Come on. How long is it taking to upload, bro? I want to see this trash. I mean, I might. I'll take a look at it first to make sure that you're not like doxing some person who doesn't deserve to be doxed. Let's take a look, Slumped. You said you're uploading it, right? You better not be capping, bro. If you're capping, man, if you are capping, by the way, I actually might block you. Slumped, I'm going to tell you this. If you are capping, which I think you are, by the way, I'm going to block your ass. I don't usually block people from my channel, but honestly, all you've been doing is spamming and doing bullshit. I may report you for spam as well. But if you are capping, which I think you are, by the way, I'm going to have to block you from this channel completely. I'll react to it. Where's your video? I don't see your video on your stupid fucking channel. Where's the video? I want to see the stupid video, dude. Where's the video, Slumped? Where's the fucking video? Cole Old says Slump's got the third world energy. Oh god, I'm actually thinking about reporting him for spamming because it's all he's done is spam. The entire time, Slumped has been spamming my channel. And I think at this point I need to report him for spam. So, wait, Slumped. I'm not mad. I'm mad that you're capping about this. You know that you're lying. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to have to take some action against this guy. Because you just keep spamming, man. You just keep spamming. So, you know what, Slumped? So I think that should be the last of Slumped. He was I'm going to check out his channel, though, if he actually uploaded the video or not. Supposedly, he said he was going to upload it. But yeah, Slumped is an idiot, dude. Slumped is still here. What? All right, so I'm just ignoring Slumped at this point. He's a loser. Slumped has made this stream shit. And he was capping. I told him I would basically block him, and I don't block people very often on this channel. But Slumped said he had a video, allegedly, that I was some sort of abuser. It's like, no, you don't. You're a liar. I checked his channel. He never uploaded it. So he's fucking lying. And I told him, I was like, dude, if you are capping, I'm blocking you. So I ended up blocking his ass. So I'm done with Slumped, dude. I'm done with him.
And you have the better part of the North Sea. So why aren't they taking the oil from the North Sea? Why are they buying oil from Norway? But they have windmills all over the country destroying those gorgeous Scottish fields and those beautiful fields all over the windmills, which don't work. They're tremendously expensive. And the best testament to that is the wind.
Honestly, his spam was getting a little out of control. I just couldn't do it. I was just like, dude, stop. Like, if he actually had a video, if he actually uploaded some sort of video that was like saying that, like, yeah, I would have actually reacted to it, but he didn't. Slumped was absolutely capping, dude. Slumped was absolutely capping. By the way, thanks to everybody for subscribing to the channel. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,969 subs. Once again, we're at 8,969 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for subscribing to the channel. And yeah, Slumped is pissed, dude. He just kept spamming, dude. He's just an angry person. I just got tired of the spam, dude. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Windmills are made in China, but China doesn't use them. You know what China uses? Coal. They're building 58 coal-fired plants right now, and that's up to them. But these foolish countries that are buying windmills are putting them out of business.
Yeah, windmills, I don't know. Windmills are okay, but my problem with windmills is it is true. Like, you know, birds do get affected by that. Birds actually run into those things. And it's sad, dude. Kills tons of birds. I'm a fan of solar panels, though. I think solar panels are great. I think solar energy. I think buoys out in the ocean that take advantage of tidal forces. That's really cool. Yeah, because we could take advantage of all the tidal forces and convert that into actual electricity. Absolutely. But I think windmills are a form of green energy that I'm not really completely on board with. Like I said, I'm on board with tidal energy, tidal forces energy, solar energy. I'm totally down for that. You know,
I'm proudly telling you that we're going to try and have no windmills built in the United States during my. Because they're very bad. They're very bad environmentally. They kill the birds. They're unsightly. They make a lot of noise. And for some reason, the environmentalists love windmills, okay?
You say Farmer is a very nice man. You say he's a very nice man.
I think he's a nice man. I think he's a nice man, but I disagree with him on two things, primarily. His immigration policy is a disaster, and his energy policy is a disaster. And they're about the biggest.
Yeah, no, and here's the thing: UK is being taken over. The immigration policy of the UK is trash, absolute freaking garbage. Just to let everybody know, and we all know it. We know it.
Policies you can have. You've allowed millions and millions and millions of people to come into your country that shouldn't be there. And by the way, that's all over Europe. Europe is a different place. It's a different place. And, you know, I originate, to put it nicely, many of us do, from Europe. I love Europe. I've spent a lot of time in Europe.
Yeah, Europe's amazing. Look, Europe's amazing, but it's being taken over by, how do I put this without sounding, well, you all know that Europe's being taken over by certain groups. And we know what those groups are. We're not going to go into it, but we all know that the immigration policy for Europe is absolute hot garbage.
It's a different place. Bad things have happened to Europe. Very bad things. And you better do something about immigration, and you better do something about energy. Or you.
Normally, I would be okay with Trump doing a third term, but here's the problem: Trump is already getting older, and by the time he's done with this term, he's gonna be too old to even be a functional president, in my opinion. I want J.D. Vance. I think J.D. Vance is a total stud. I think that he would make a fine president. So J.D. Vance, 2028, man. If you guys agree with me, if you guys want J.D. Vance to be the president in 2028, please subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel grow. More subscribers, the better. But yeah, I'm a J.D. Vance fan through and through. I think J.D. Vance is an amazing human being. I really like what he's done. I think he's fantabulous, man. I think J.D. Vance is great. There's going to be people who disagree with me, and that's totally fine, but I think you all know that J.D. Vance is a total stud.
You won't have a Europe.
Mr. President, what's your time frame, Mr. President, for when cargo ships can safely go through the Strait of Hormuz?
It won't be, I don't believe, too long. We're knocking the hell out of the coast. It's basically the coast and the water, and it won't be too long. And the Middle Eastern states, including Israel, by the way, who has been terrific, the Middle Eastern states have been helping us a lot. Go ahead, you, please.
Mr. President, on fuel prices, what do you have to say to the people in Ireland who are paying sky-high prices because of your war in Iran?
Well, I think the people in Ireland are very happy that I'm getting rid of, I have a lot of friends from Ireland, they're very happy that I'm getting rid of a nuclear power, a nuclear terrorist.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like I said, the weaker Iran's military is, the weaker their military presence, the better for the world. Because we all know that Iran's got a terrible, just terrible overall way of doing things, and I'm just not a fan of Iran, period, end of story. Give me 1 second, though. I do got to take a little bit of a piss. Hold on. Quite a bit of a piss. Oh, I made some shredded chicken nachos. Mm. Oh, yeah. Let's go, dude. All right.
And as soon as that war's over, which will be soon, your prices are going to drop like a rock. You watch. I've been very good at predicting. No, in the back.
What do you think about our president's comments that your actions on Iran is breaking international law?
Say it.
What do you think about our president's comments?
Can you speak? You're speaking right into your phone.
Mr. President, how do you respond to the increased attacks by the Iraqi?
Dude, Trump was just like not even. Dude, Trump with that one reporter was just like, I'm not having it, dude. Was he saying you're speaking into your phone? Like.
militia groups against the U.S. Embassy and consulate in Kurdistan region.
You want to answer that, JD? You want to?
Yeah, well, Marco, obviously the Secretary of State, has control over the embassy. Look, there have been a lot of militia attacks against our base, or our embassy in Iran. I think Marco's done a good job of limiting the number of people who are at that embassy so we can provide essential functions but also protect our people. But it goes to show there are a lot of terrorists in that region of the world, and we've got to eliminate them when we find
Too
them.
many
And
terrorists.
you can't give them nuclear weapons. You can give them rifles, you can give them guns, you can't give them nuclear weapons. I think we agree very strongly on that. Please.
Just on the immigration point.
Yes, excuse me.
Just first of all, I would say, like, Europe is still a very good place to live in.
Good.
A lot just to let you know.
I'm glad to hear that.
And our view is you have to have robust and fair rules around migration. But on the other hand, a lot of people, within the European Union, we have free mobility of people. And in Ireland, our population is growing, but in a very positive way. Our economy is going well because we're attracting a lot of people from Europe and beyond into work, legally and validly in our country. In fact, I'd love if we could develop a...
By the way, President of Iran's got this on the... Not Iran, sorry. President of Ireland has the right idea. Absolutely has the right idea. I love it.
Legal pathway between the U.S. and Ireland into the future because of our history and so on like that.
Mm-hmm.
That we could have a legal pathway because no one is in favor of illegal migration or...
Is Rosie O'Donnell still in Ireland? Or did they kick her out? I feel like they probably kicked Rosie O'Donnell out of Ireland already. That would be my assumption on this. But we'll see, man. Give me a few moments, everybody. I'm eating these incredible chicken nachos. Long. No. Oh. Love Rosie. Rosie O'Donnell, everybody. This war is ending in 2 weeks. I honestly think this war is going to end March 31st. Yes, Huro. It's a very good one, man. It's good pizza. Mm. 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 So good. Oh. Oh, yeah. I'm getting... Feeling good. Okay, that was some good nachos, you guys. We're going to watch a little bit of the rest of this here. But I had to eat something, bro. I had to eat something, man. Hey, we're at 8,971 subscribers. We're 29 subscribers away from hitting 9,000. Can we get to 9,000? I'm very happy. No, I do want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys have been incredible. Seriously, you guys have been awesome. I've got the best subscribers on in the entirety of YouTube. And give me 1 second, though. I need to get some push-ups in. So I'm going to do some push-ups in front of you guys, okay? You guys okay with that? All right. Do some push-ups in front of you guys. Gotta get them out of the way. Gotta get my exercise out of the way here. All right, I got 7 out of the way. We'll do a little more later. All right. I'm on my knees. I'm begging, please. All right.
and so forth. So you have to have robust rules for that. But fundamentally, I think sometimes Europe gets characterized wrongly in terms of it being overrun or whatever like that. It's much more robust now. There's much more stronger mechanism in place to facilitate legal migration.
No, I felt like the push-ups were decent. You know, I make sure my chest hits the ground fully, so that way it's a full push-up. So yeah, I'm all about making sure the chest hits the ground, and then I go back up with as much force as I can. I do kind of do slow ups where I go back up slowly. I try to, at least. That's all I could do at the moment, man. I just ate, by the way. I just ate a bunch of food. I was surprised I was even able to do 7. I could probably do more, but I'm getting back in the swing of doing more push-ups again.
And I think it's important that understanding is there. We need more economic growth in Europe. It doesn't have the same focus on innovation as you do here in the US. We discussed that earlier with the Vice President in terms of technology, in terms of AI. We need to pivot more to innovation as opposed to regulation. And I think investing in people.
Yeah, innovation over regulation, abso-fucking-lutely. By the way, the one thing that kills a society faster than anything is not innovation. Regulation. Too much regulation is a problem, and we all know it. We know that an over-regulated society is a shitty one. A society with far too many laws is a bad one. We know that. I think we know this to be true. And no, not a lot of people like to admit that truth, but it is the truth. Too much regulation equals too many problems. But I think people would agree with me on that. Absolutely. But I do plan on taking an hour-long walk here in a bit. Maybe after I'm done with the stream, I'm going to definitely hang out with my girl and see how she's doing.
You know,
Oh, my brother shared a reel.
Would have taken the Odin escape pod 5 months. 5 months, 6 days, 11 hours, 2 minutes, U data, and 57 seconds. A knockoff. A cheap imitation. Here, Mr. Daisy. By my calculations, we no longer have sufficient momentum to clear the debris field. Mr. Daisy.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
Repeat the portions you missed. You David. Space. Correction, sir. That's blown out. Nevertheless, it is possible that the phenomenon could occur in matter at higher levels of organization, given the proper conditions. Data.
If there are only supposed to be 114 people on board, why all the extra space?
Transportation of colonists, diplomatic missions, emergency evacuation, Mr. Data. A major philosopher of the time was Liam Deegan, founder of the Neo-Transcendentalists, who advocated a return to a simpler life in which one lived in harmony with nature and learned under her gentle tutelage. Here, Data. SS Mariposa. Travel the distance we...
Shit's amazing, man. But no, I want to thank everybody for subscribing, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're only 29 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers, man. This is amazing. So make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We're trying to basically show YouTube that, hey, people do want to see this show. People do, man. People enjoy my reactions, man. We have a whole group of brony bros who enjoy this show. They enjoy my takes, my hot takes, my lovely lady lumps. Oh, my God. Thank you guys for subscribing, though.
And that's the key to, I think, our collective future. We do take care and listen. You're doing things and picking it up. Yeah.
Prime Minister, Mr. President, our President has said that your war against Iran
illegal. It's an attack on international law.
Who said that?
The
Huh?
Irish president.
How is it illegal? How is the war in Iran illegal? And the Irish president said that?
Look, he's lucky I exist. That's all I can say. Because if you're going to allow countries that are sick and demented, and they are demented.
Yeah, and Iran is a sick and demented country. I agree with Trump on this one wholeheartedly. I agree with him wholeheartedly, man. He's absolutely 100% correct. 100%, bro.
To have nuclear weapons. Everybody in the whole world should be very thankful. And I'm disappointed in NATO, very disappointed. I'm disappointed in a couple of other countries too. But they should be very thankful that this group of people feels the way we do. Because if a country like Iran was allowed to have the power of a nuclear weapon, if we didn't stop them, I stopped them twice. I stopped them my first term when I terminated the Iran nuclear deal, which was Barack Obama's deal. It was one of the, maybe the worst deal I've ever seen. It gave everything to Iran, including billions of dollars in green cash. I don't mean cash, I mean green cash flown over by airplanes. I can't to this day believe that was allowed to happen. And come to think of it, it would be a good thing for somebody to look at. Does the president have the power to hand hundreds of millions of dollars of cash to terrorists? But it began with...
That's a good question. And he was. Like, the Iranian president, the Iranian people were doing that. They were funding terror on a massive scale. And it's just sad that nobody wants to admit this. Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's a couple processes I got to do on the back end, you guys. Hold on. There's a couple things I got to work on real quick. Hold on. Did I reach out to them? Maybe I haven't. Hold on, let's try. Oh. I have not. Okay. Fuck yeah. Give me a moment, you guys. I realize there's a couple things that I need to do. So I'll kind of talk about what some of my opinions on the war in Iran real quick. I still think that the war in Iran, and this is unpopular, I know, but I think it's necessary. I think to those of you who are totally against it, that's fine. You could be against it. But just to let you know, we've weakened Iran. The U.S. has weakened Iran, and this is actually a good thing. I know nobody wants to say it out loud, but it's true. And whether you guys want to admit that or not, it's totally your call. Look, Iran has been a terrible country, at least as far as their government is concerned, for a very long time. And at certain points, we have to just say, hey, look, crappy country. Crappy freaking country. Crappy countries should not have nuclear weapons, especially ones that have terrible belief systems, especially ones that want to just constantly terrorize their neighboring countries. You know what I mean? So I am truthfully sick to my stomach. Right? I'm sick to my stomach, bro. I'm done. Done. Give me just a few moments, my pink brony bros. And we all dance at the gay club. Oh my God. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong. Give me a few more seconds, you guys. Oh, hold on. Give me just a few more moments, you guys. There's a couple things that I'm very curious about. I'm a little tired today. Not too tired, like just a little bit. Just a smidgen. Let's go from the top to the bottom. Hey, you know what? Trump's the man, dude. Trump is the man. And look, I know there's a lot of people coming in and being like, "Oh, you're so terrible. You're a Trump D-rider," and blah blah blah. You guys are saying that I'm riding Trump's schlong, and I'm not, dude. I'm not. I like Trump. I think he's not that bad. I know you guys think he's bad, but I don't agree with you guys. I think that a lot of the leftists in the chat don't know what they're talking about. I think that they're out of their mind, to be honest. All right. So I'm actually sending out a few emails real quick. Sorry about that, you guys. Sometimes I have to... I don't know why I'm working on emails at the moment while doing the show, but why not? Why the hell not, man? Interesting. Hold on. Maybe I... Give me one more moment, everybody. Okay, that's a good one. All right. Give me a second, you guys. I'm compiling a bit of a list real quick. I got a couple things I got to do real fast. Give me one. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I got to take care of a few things. I'm sorry about that, you guys. We're still doing the show, obviously, right now, but... Okay, it did. You know what? I don't know if I've actually... Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. I'm sorry, you guys. I am taking care of business on the side. But let's kind of go into a few other things real quick. I think that we need to realize that whether you guys agree with Trump or not, Trump is on the right course, on the right track in history. And I know it's tough to admit these things. And I know you're like, oh, Trump is so evil. Trump is so bad, blah, blah, blah. Is he, though? Is he? I don't think so. I don't think he is, man. I think he's the right kind of guy that we need. The right guy, dude. I know everybody's jealous, everybody's pissed. But you guys know that at the end of the day, I'm right. Okay? Sorry, not sorry. Okay? Have I ever? Oh my God. Give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. But dude, Trump's the man, dude. Trump realized the threat that Iran posed to the entire Middle East, and that it was just going to make everybody's lives worse. So to mitigate the damage, they had to stop Iran in their tracks. Period. End of story. Like, I don't know why this is so difficult for you guys to figure out. How is it so difficult to figure out, man? Blows my mind. And you guys could be chodes about it. You guys could be chodes. I get it. You know, do your thing. But you guys know that Zaddy's right at the end of the day. Zaddy is correct. Zaddy is the man. Zaddy is going to show you guys what's real and what's not, okay? I know you guys are pissed that I'm correct about a lot of shit. I get it. I know it's upsetting that I'm right about a lot of crap, and you guys can't handle it. Okay? I know that you guys can't handle how right I am about everything. Especially about like with Trump, and that I even told my dad originally that he would win the popular vote, that Trump would win the popular vote and the electoral, and he would win in a landslide, and he did. Trump actually did win in a landslide, whether you guys want to admit it or not. The Democrats have coped ever since. The Democrats have no leadership. Gavin Newsom is going to crash and burn. Like, Democrats have no real leadership, and it's going to bite them in the ass very, very soon. I'm serious. It is going to bite the Democrats so hard in the ass, they're not going to be able to handle it. I think you guys know that I'm correct. I just... Yeah, you guys know I'm right. Yeah, that seems like a good one. All right. Whatever. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, you guys know I'm correct. You guys know I'm on the right path. you know, sorry, not sorry, I guess. You know, whatever. Anyway, let's read the chat real quick. Sorry, I'm still working on a couple projects on the side. Refrigerator behind me is my only friend. Look, I predicted that, by the way, I'm predicting that this war is going to end by March 31st, and I've got a few reasons why I believe it will. One of the main reasons is the entire military of Iran's decimated almost. All the U.S. has to do is secure the Strait of Hormuz and try to weaken the Iranian military even further. Once the Iranian military is completely weak and once their entire leadership structure has crumbled, Iran will have no choice but to surrender probably by March 31st. That's what I believe. I know you guys don't think that's going to happen and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a crap. If you guys can, though, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button. We're at 8,972 subs. We're only 28 subscribers away from hitting, and I can't believe I'm saying this, we're only 28 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs. So please don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. It helps me feel like I got a big you-know-what. And, yeah, I appreciate you guys, all of you guys. You guys are insanely incredible. No likes and subs for my man. No, I'm not grifting. I ain't grifting, dude. I like Trump. Okay, there's nothing wrong with liking Trump. All right, all you haters, if you a hater, see you later. All you haters out there, dude, are just trying to make me feel bad for liking Trump. I don't feel bad for liking Trump, dude. Why should I? Why should I feel bad for liking Donald Trump, one of the greatest presidents of all time? I think he's one of the GOATs, dude. And I'm sorry that you guys have a problem with that. I'm sorry you guys are you guys are haters. You guys are hating. I don't understand the hate. So maybe if you guys stopped hating for once, maybe you guys would feel better about your lives. Huh? You know? If you a hater, see you later. Everyone's got something to say, but maybe they're just jealous and that's why they're throwing shade. Honestly, I'm not even fazed, 'cause when I win the Grammy, I'll be sure to say thanks. Am I ever gonna waste my time on a clown? No. I'll be sure to say thanks. Am I ever gonna waste my time on a clown? No. I'll be sure to say thanks. Am I ever gonna waste my time on a clown? So I do want to sing a little bit of Pink Brony Club for you guys. I put out a goal. I'm trying to reach a goal here. You guys are so sexy and so pretty. I want to thank everybody for being so awesome. You guys make the channel go round, man. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin my head right round, right round, going down when you're going down, down. Am I ever gonna waste my time with the bros? No. And I can be your hero, baby.
That, and I terminated that deal. If I didn't terminate that deal, we might not be here right now. If I didn't terminate that deal, unbelievable.
Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,000. No joke. We're at 8,973 subs. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for making this happen. Let me also, real quick, I'm going to put up some of the people who have subscribed over the last... These are some of the people who have subscribed over the last 4 days. Just some people. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It's putting their names up. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you guys for subscribing, though. These are just people that have subscribed over the last 4 days. Some of the people I just want to highlight. I want to thank them sincerely. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. We're almost to 9,000 subs. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Nuclear holocaust would have taken place, and then I did it a second time.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Get it, man. Get it. I want to thank everybody, though. Here, let me, while we're showing the subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Thank you all for subscribing. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
I got to look at some of this. I got to look at the market real quick. Hold on.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Just give me a few more moments, you guys. But yeah, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button. It really does help. Please subscribe to the channel. We're always desperate for more subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. I appreciate everybody for subscribing, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
Am I ever going to waste my time on the Browns? No.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
And you dance at the gay club, oh my God. And I'm just telling
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
On the stage in my hooves.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. I'm wearing a man thong.
When we hit him with the B-2 bombers.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner.
I do want to say thanks to everybody for subscribing, though. You guys have helped the channel grow in a lot of ways. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,974 subs. Once again, we're only 26 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers, so please tap the subscribe button if you guys can. It really helps us in more ways than you guys could ever imagine, so please, please, please.
Totally obliterated their potential nuclear weapon that they would have had in less than 1 month. They think 2 weeks, but in less than 1 month. And it would have been, I believe it would have been a much different world than it is right now. We have to go, we're going to a lunch, so maybe we'll take one more nice question.
Can I ask you how you're doing with your legal case against the BBC and their fake news documentary?
Well, the BBC was incredible.
The BBC!
No, the BBC's, in my opinion, total trash. I think we can all agree that the British broadcasting company's total ass. Nobody likes them. Nobody cares about them. Yeah. That's just all there is to it, man. Nobody cares about the BBC. Nobody cares about my BBC. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
What they did is they had me speaking something I never said. And I've never seen anything quite like it. You know, CBS had that. We had the situation on 60 Minutes, and not the current owners, the past owners. The current owners, I think, are good, Ellison. But BBC took it a step further. They actually they put words in my mouth, and they said I said some pretty bad things. And I didn't say them. It was AI generated. And I said, I never said that.
Oh, shit. So basically, BBC didn't do their homework, and they put some AI slop
out on the field. Of course they did, because the BBC is not a real news network, just like, well, allegedly, just like all the other mainstream media outlets, allegedly. No, mainstream media sucks, dude. Nobody likes mainstream media. It sucks.
In fact, some of my people said, wow, that was pretty bad stuff you said. I said, what did I say? I'm pretty good at this stuff. I mean, if you can go through years of these press conferences and you're a popular president of the United States that won in a landslide, that won all 7 swing states, that got record numbers of votes.
And the mainstream media is clearly jealous of Trump's success. It's pretty obvious that a lot of people in mainstream media are just purely jealous that Trump is a successful person. It's got to be evident to you guys, right? Is it evident to you guys? I don't know. I just think that people are jealous that he's a successful dude. People don't like success, unfortunately. They think success is terrible. I think success is fabulous. Yeah, I think what we're seeing here, and let me see if there's anything I could sell. I'm looking for a couple things I could sell. Yeah, I already made enough on that one. That sounds good. Bye-bye. Come home to mommy. Am I ever gonna waste my time on the bros? Am I ever gonna let them hear this new sound? Yeah, 'cause it's fire, it's fire. I'm going higher and higher. Hey, when you point your finger my way. And I'll still be iconic and say, ooh, oh, I'm too busy loving myself. If you ever feel like you do not belong, newsflash, baby, I am wearing a man thong. You can smile every time you hear this song. Get on your knees, say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Am I ever gonna waste my time with the Brones? No. All right, here we go. The Bronies. When I say the Brones, I mean the Bronies. My pink brony bros. Yeah, Trump's the man, dude. So basically, Egan Christie is basically saying that Trump's the man, is what I'm getting. Look, dude, Trump's the GOAT, dude. Like, there's going to be some consequences, obviously, economically speaking, to this, but the Strait of Hormuz is going to be secure, in my opinion, very soon.
I mean, so I guess I'm okay at this stuff.
But yeah, March 31st, by the way, that's my prediction. That by March 31st, that this war is pretty much going to be done and over with.
I said, I never said that. And then we found out it was AI generated. And they admit they made a mistake. BBC.
At least BBC admits they made a mistake.
But I watched them this morning for some crazy reason, and it was so inaccurate. Their reporting on the war was unbelievable. We have decimated that country. And if you watch BBC, it's almost like they're fighting us to a draw. They're not fighting us to a draw. It was very inaccurate news. It was fake news. So I'm very proud of the term fake news because it was my term. I came up with it, but it's no longer accurate. It really is. It's corrupt, fraudulent news. It really is. It's fraudulent. It's not just fake.
No, Trump is right. I mean, there is a lot of fraud in the mainstream media when it comes to their reporting. I'm not a fan of mainstream media reporting. I don't trust it for shit. And I don't think most people should trust mainstream media reporting, if I'm going to be quite honest. I think that it's redonkulous. There's just zero reason to trust the mainstream media. Daddy Trump, dude. Trump's the man, dude. Trump is the GOAT, dude. 8,000. By the way, we're at 8,975 subscribers. Once again, 8,975 subs. We're only 25 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being so a part of the show and for making the show exactly what it is. A great show, a beautiful show. You guys have made this a wonderful show, is all I'm trying to say. So if you guys can, though, please subscribe if you haven't already. Tap the like button if you can. It all helps. Likes, subscribes, it all really does help in the long run. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being so incredible.
Beyond fake.
You guys
It's
are
really
awesome.
criminal
Thank you.
what they do. But I watched BBC this morning, and I don't know much about BBC other than what took place, because people were calling me saying, that was a terrible thing you said. I said, what did I say? And I said, I never said that. And when we checked it, you agree. They agree. It was somehow generated, I guess, by AI or something, with me saying unbelievable. So we brought a lawsuit against them. They admit they're guilty, but we'll see how it comes out. Thank you. I like that question. I like that question. Thank you very much. We'll see you later. Thank you.
So what have we learned? That Trump is the man. That's what we've learned. Oh, President Trump participates in the Friends of Ireland luncheon. Let's take a look, dude. I'm horny. I mean, I'm not horny. Sorry. Trying not to be.
That's great.
Trump daddy,
Thank you very
dude.
much,
Zaddy.
everyone. What an honor. This is, it's 6 times. Can you believe it? Moving along. Well, we like it. You're a healthy guy. Between you and you, you've done very well medically, I can tell you. But there's a lot of truth. It's too long a story to tell, but these two guys are very special. I want to thank our great speaker. He's a great speaker, actually. He's a great speaker.
Hear, hear.
Because when you think of everything that we've passed, with a sometimes majority of 1, when we get back to 2, 3, and 4, Mike, we think we have it really made. We lost a couple, and we had a couple of people. They're in heaven now. They're looking, and that didn't help us with the vote, but we're doing all right, and you're getting things done like really.
Hey, man, we're at 8,976 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,976 subs. We are 24 subscribers away from hitting 9,000. Who is going to be the 9,000th subscriber to the channel? I don't know who it's going to be, but if you guys can, please subscribe to the channel. We're so close to hitting 9,000 subs. We are legitimately 24 subscribers away from hitting the 9,000 subscriber mark. It's crazy. I can't wait to celebrate it. I think we're going to be celebrating it by tonight. I'm fairly certain, but if you guys can, more subscribers, the better. Subscribers' lives matter. So thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, The Michael Garza Show. I appreciate you all. And I just appreciate you all for being so involved with the show. It helps so much. We're almost to 9,000 subs. I can't believe it, man. We're 24 subscribers away from hitting 9,000. And we could do it's over 9,000. What, 9,000? We're going to get to 9,000, I think. And I would be shocked if we didn't do it by today. I would be horribly shocked if we don't get to 9,000 subs by the end of the day. Like, I'd be completely shocked, actually. Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on whacking it in West Hollywood.
Really nobody. I think there's never been anything like it. So I just want to thank you. You're doing a fantastic job. And I want to thank
Trump Daddy.
beautiful. You're not allowed to say that about women anymore, but I say it anyway. Usually it's the end of your career. You're not allowed to use the word beauty in any form to introduce a woman.
Trump's the man, dude. He's the most anti-woke president of all time, and I'm all for it. As you know, the Michael Garza show cannot stand the woke culture, and since Trump is the most anti-woke president in the world, I love everything he's doing, man. I love everything that Trump is doing, bro. So I think he's the GOAT. I think he's the greatest president we've ever had, and let's keep going.
But she happens to be beautiful, Kelly. Thank you very much. All Irish. I'm in deep trouble. I'm in deep trouble. There'll be headlines when I get out of this room, but I'll stick with it. But and then your family is so incredible too. So thank you very much. And to every friend of Ireland in this room today, I just want to wish you a very happy St. Patrick's Day, special day. It's very
And happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. To everybody on the channel, happy St. Patrick's Day. If you guys can, St. Patrick's Day will be the day that the Michael Garza show gets to 9,000 subs. And the more subscribers we get, the better. So please don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow in more ways than one. So just the simple act of subscribing, man, really helps us out a lot. So let's keep going.
great day. And to Taoiseach, you are a man that I've gotten to know, and you mean business. And he can tell a story like nobody can tell a story. And then he said, how did you speak for almost 2 hours? A couple of weeks ago at a call, I'd called State of the Union. I said, you could do it very easily. I guarantee you that. He could do it. But we've had a really great relationship. And Mary, thank you very much. Terrific. Thank you very much to be with you both. I hope you enjoy your stay. Also with us is House Majority Leader Steve Scalise.
So this person in the chat, Robert Clemente, I was going to say Robert Clement, says, liar. Look, that's that's actually pretty cool how you did that with the text. I'm not going to lie, that's pretty tight. But you're wrong. I mean, look, Donald Trump's, like I said, the greatest president we've ever had. And, yeah.
Steve, great job. Deputy First Minister of Northern Ireland, and they get along so well. I saw that. You get along very well together. That's the way it's supposed to be, huh? I don't know if I should be promoting merger. I love mergers, but I didn't know. We're going to get in a little trouble. We're going to get in more trouble with that than the beauty.
See, Trump's the man, dude. He just kind of says whatever the hell he wants and just does what he wants. I love it. It's liberating to see, man. It's liberating to see. I think that, look, I love that Trump basically dismantled the Iran military. I mean, the U.S. military dismantled the Iranian military, and it was needed. Like I said, dude, my takes are freaking fire, dude. I have the best takes on the internet. My takes are the best takes. I have the best takes on the interwebs, okay? People know it. They know that I'm the greatest reaction streamer of all time. I know that they feel this in their heart of hearts. I know that I am basically the next, like, as far as like reaction streamers go. Some people have compared me to Asmund Gould, except for I'm a little more of a clean cut version of Asmund. But you know, I do vertical streams. He does horizontal. And me doing the vertical streams, man, has helped this channel get to almost 10,000 subs. I mean, we're almost to 9,000. We're only like, no joke, we're only 23 subscribers away. 23 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? We're at 8,977 subs. Once again, we're at 8,977 subscribers. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. Let's get it going, man.
But Emma Little Pengali, thank you very much, Emma. Thank you very much. And the ambassador from the Republic of Ireland, Geraldine Byrne Nason. Geraldine, thank you, Geraldine. Thank you very much. Ambassador from the United Kingdom, Christian Turner. Christian, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Christian.
What a stud, dude.
Thank you very much. And the U.S. ambassador to Ireland, a great golfer. This guy can play golf. He can play golf. Walshy, right?
Irish people, us Irish people, we love our golf. I mean, I am part Irish, but I don't like to golf. I'm not a big golf guy. I do like going to the driving range, though, and just belting the ball as far as I can. So Robert Clement is saying that Republicans violated the social contract. On the contrary, I believe Democrats have actually violated the social contract. A lot of Democrats have vandalized small businesses and done terrible things. We're talking about like the Antifa Democrats. Yeah, the Antifa Democrats have been terrible. Antifa Democrats are awful. You know it. Antifa is a terrible group. I honestly do see them as a terrorist group, a decentralized terrorist unit. That's the way I see Antifa. I think Antifa is just god-awful. I'm not a fan of fascism. But, you know, if Antifa was true to what they really are, they would have dismantled their own group because their group uses fascist-style tactics to censor people. So in a lot of ways, Antifa, ironically enough, is a fascist organization masked as an anti-fascist organization. So, and if you take that anti-fascist mask off, you find that these Antifa people are actually fascists themselves. So Antifa members are really just fascist and stupid.
Can't you, huh? But Trump's not bad. No. He's a great player, and he's having a lot of fun over there. What is that for a guy who loves golf? Is that the best location? Can you imagine? Ambassador to Ireland? That's got to be the greatest job in the world. Anyway, have a good time. Have a good time. You're doing a good job. As many.
It's looking like a good day. After this stream, though, I'm going to have lunch with my girlfriend, and then I'm going to definitely walk around quite a bit, get some sunshine in. I might even do a live stream. I will consider doing a live stream somewhere out in public, just so we could get to the... Dude, we're at 8,978 subscribers, you guys. We're only 22 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs. 22 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs. I'm loving every minute of this. This is incredible, man. Thank you guys. Thanks to each and every one of you guys for really helping the channel grow. And all the gifts and all the super chats, though, have been really helpful, too. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for becoming channel members, for subscribing, for giving gifts, super chats, you name it, man. You guys have helped this channel grow, so please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can keep on growing. Subscribe to the channel today so we could keep on growing, baby. Let's do it.
If you know, this year we're celebrating something that is very special, the glorious 250th anniversary of America's founding. That's a big deal, and I'm very happy to be here. I wasn't supposed to be president right now. It was supposed to be maybe in Ireland, taking it easy, or someplace taking it easy. But I'm president now, and I got the Olympics, I have the World Cup, and I have the 250th year, and we all have it together. And I just do want to say that the war is proceeding very, very strongly. We're doing very...
Now, to all the leftists in the chat, calm down. Calm down. And there's a lot of leftists that come into the chat, and I think a lot of these leftists are bots. I don't even think these are real people who are in the chat. I think they're leftists who are trying to go into any Iran war live stream, and they're trying to dismantle it. But honestly, you can't, because we all know that you're bots. If you live in the U.S. and you're siding with Iran, you're either a dummy or you're a bot. If you're on my chat right now and you're siding with Iran, you're either a stupid person or a bot. One or the other. I'm inclined to say both. But look, if you're rooting for Iran in this, just go to Iran. Live in Iran. Go live in Iran. If you think that Iran deserves a military and deserves nuclear power, you're an idiot. They have proven time and time again, Iran has been proven to be the #1 state sponsor of terror. They have funded terrorist operations for so long. And it just bugs me. It bugs the hell out of me that there's some people in the United States who are rooting for Iran in this conflict. What is wrong with you?
Very, very well. Iran, knocking the hell out of them, and you have to do that. We can't let them have a nuclear weapon. They were 2 weeks away, in my opinion, 2 weeks away from having a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, and Trump had a lot of the... By the way, there's a lot of classified details that Trump is privy to. And he was able to determine that they were going to have a nuclear weapon in 2 weeks, Iran was. So they were like, you know what? Let's bomb the hell out of their nuclear facilities. Let's dismantle their military. Let's take out their leadership. Let's take out their navy. A weak Iran is a good Iran. Once again, a weak Iran is a good Iran. Just saying. Just saying.
If those beautiful, magnificent machines, those B-2 bombers, if they didn't do their job 7 or 8 months ago.
Dude, there are so many... Honestly, the angry leftists in the chat make it all worthwhile. Watching you guys get so angry and upset in the chat, honestly, I'm not going to lie, it kind of gives me pleasure. Because you guys are just terrible people. The leftists that are in the chat are terrible people. All right? In my opinion. Because they're not being nice. None of these leftists are being nice.
They would have had...
Not a single one of you on the left has been nice to me. Not one of you has identified as a leftist and have ever been nice to me. You've all been dicks to me. Which leads me to believe that the entire left is either crazy or all you guys are bots. I'm going to say that most of you guys are probably bots.
A nuclear weapon, and there would have been no talking to them. No talking at all. They would have used it very gladly, very happily. And you sort of see that by the fact that they were sending missiles.
Spider Venom is claiming that he's not a bot, so I'm going to say he probably is. He probably might be. I'm going to side with bot on that one.
Ballistic missiles, powerful missiles to all of their neighbors, and for the most part, they were supposed to be
Donnell Hall, I think, is probably a bot, in my opinion.
somewhat friendly with their neighbors. They were going to blow the hell out of them, and that was going to be the Middle East, between Israel, the Middle East.
I can't believe it, man. We're at 8,978 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,978 subs. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really does help us grow. We're trying to get to 9,000 subscribers before the end of the stream. I think we could do it, man. I think we could get to 9,000 subs right before the end of the stream. I mean, it's going to be a long shot. I mean, 22 subscribers in about 15 minutes. I don't know. Maybe we could pull it off. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're really trying to grow as quickly as we can on YouTube. It really does help. Any subscribership helps, to be honest. So you guys are helping the channel grow in more ways than you can ever realize. Let's keep going, man.
And Europe would have been there, and we would have been there. There would have been no stopping. We did a good job, and a lot of people appreciate it. A lot of presidents know they should have done it. It was 47 years of terror. Every time you see somebody with no legs, no arms, a face that's been really so badly damaged, so badly hurt, lives destroyed, 95% chance it came right out of Iran. They loved that bomb. They loved that bomb.
Yeah, Iran has been the number one state sponsor of terror for a very long time, and it's about time that I'm happy that Iran's military is disabled at this point. I'm happy that Iran's got a weak military. It needed to happen. You know it needed to happen. You know it. You know it. You know it in your heart of hearts that Iran needs to be weak in order for the Middle East to have any form of peace.
And the father of that was, as you know, Soleimani, General Soleimani, and we got rid of him in my first term, and if we didn't get rid of him, I think it might have been a different story, because he was a bad guy, but he was a brilliant guy if you like to fight
Yeah, Soleimani's terrible.
dirty. And he fought as dirty
Dirty fighter, dude.
as you can. So we've done
100% agree with you, Trump.
something that a lot of people said that other people should have done long before I got here. But it's my honor to do it, and we've had a very big day today. We knocked out things that nobody thought were possible to knock out. Today was a very big day already. As part of this great celebration, we also honor 250 years of cherished Irish-American friendship and 250 years of fierce, proud, tenacious Irish-American heritage. These are incredible people. Oh, I know so many Irish. They're difficult, though, you know. They're very difficult. And they're great politicians. You know, I was just told, right, that 23 American presidents have some Irish blood in them, right? Some a little bit.
I'm 25% Irish, man. I'm part Irish due to part Irish descent, brother. I'm an Irishman. Give me one moment, you guys. I'm going to be checking a couple of my holdings real quick. This will take a few more moments. My apologies, everybody. Heck yeah, man. Well, honestly, the everything's looking pretty good. Markets are up. Can't say my dong's doing that great. 71. Oh, shit. Silver's going down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Now, anytime silver goes down, dude, that's a buying opportunity for me, man. I love buying silver on the dip. You guys know that I'm a dip buyer of silver. See, I'll buy one share of this. SLV. Hell yeah. Yeah, anytime silver goes down quite a bit, I mean, I'm pretty much there to buy the dip. Yeah, I buy silver on the dip, absolutely. I'm surprised more people don't. I do love the volatility, though, of the silver markets. That's one of the reasons I like to get into silver. Because, yeah, anyway. But yeah, no, it's one of the reasons why I like to get into the silver markets is because of the huge volatility that it has. So when you're swing trading a silver-based ETF like the SLV, it's not an endorsement SLV, it's not financial advice either, none of that, just for educational and entertainment purposes only. But yeah, I'm a huge fan, man. I'm a huge fan.
And some a lot. Right? That's a pretty big number. I don't think and nobody else competes with that. But out of the 56 signers of our Declaration of Independence, 11 were patriots with roots in Ireland. Back in July 4th, 1776, it was the son of Ireland who actually printed that sacred document for the first time. Who knew that? And it was also an Irishman who...
That is something I didn't know. I didn't know that the person who printed the document was Irish. That's crazy.
First read it.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, by the way. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys love St. Patrick's Day. Let's go.
Immortal words to the American public, proclaiming aloud that we are all made
If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, though, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
free and equal by the hand of our Creator and endowed by God with rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Get it, my brony bro. Get it. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Out of the blood of Ireland. The Irish did not come to America. They helped found America, the fact is, and they helped build America. And these are incredible people. I know them well. and with a little bit of Irish luck, they helped make America into the most exceptional nation.
Do you guys think Irish luck contributed quite heavily to the success of America? I think so. It's a high possibility. I could see that.
The world has ever seen, and we're doing better. We had to do a little excursion, if you don't mind. A little excursion to take care of nuclear weaponry in the hands of maniacs. But other than that, in a couple of weeks, and won't be much longer, it's moving along fast. We're way ahead of schedule. Did you know that, Mr. Speaker? I'm trying to save a lot of money by being ahead of schedule. We're way ahead of schedule. Nobody would have thought, a great war historian told me today, nobody would have thought you could do that much damage in that little time, 2 weeks.
Yep.
But we're way ahead. But we had prior to that, and really,
but like I said, I do want to see the war end as quickly as possible. I do understand why the war is necessary at this point, but it's going to be, I still think it's going to end March 31st. That's my thought process. I honestly think that the war is going to end March 31st. Iran's military and leadership is going to be so decimated, they'll have no other choice but to surrender. And I do want this war to end sooner rather than later, just to let you guys know.
Yes, you could say after that, but prior to that, and it'll bounce back so fast.
And by the way, if it's sooner than 2 weeks from now, I'm happy about that.
The oil prices will drop like a rock, and the economy is so powerful, so strong. And, we hit 50,000 on the Dow. Think of that, 50,000. I was told you'll never hit 50,000, not for the first 3 years. Maybe at the end of the fourth year, you might be able to hit it. We hit it in the first year. And we then hit 7,000 on the S&P, and that was even more of a long shot, Steve. That was a chance that they said you couldn't do that. That was harder than 50 on the Dow. 7,000 on the S&P. We hit that before the end of the first year. And all of those things. And then I said to myself, well, we're doing great. We're doing great. I went to Susie, my beautiful Susie Wiles. There's nobody like Susie. I went to Susie. Right? And everybody's with her, and she's a great woman.
Half hawk, half man says, what's good, homie? Pretty good. We're doing pretty good, man. We're watching a little bit of Trump Daddy do his thing, and it's pretty dope. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day. You guys, if you guys can, please subscribe to the channel. We're a smaller YouTube channel, but we're at 8,978 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,978. We're only 22 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs, and if you guys can, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So I appreciate everybody's efforts in making this happen. You guys make this channel as awesome as it really is. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Really, she's a great woman. But I went to Susie. I always go.
Oh, so if you guys can, any gifts are greatly appreciated. Gifts get highlighted on the channel quite a bit. So if you guys want to provide us with any gifts, we definitely highlight them, and we appreciate them more than you realize. So don't forget to gift. Give me a lucky clover, by the way. I want a lucky 4-leaf clover right now, bro. Gimme that clover. Hey, we're at 8,979 subs now. We're only 21 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. Once again, we are 21 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. This is monumental. This is monumental. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tapping the subscribe button. You guys are unreal. Unbelievable.
Susie, I said, Susie, do you mind if I take a little excursion here? Do you mind if I, we're hitting all these records, right? More people are working in the United States today than ever before. I could name this. I don't want to bore you because this is all about Ireland. This is all about, but you're a big part of it because you're a big part of this country. But I said, do you mind if I take a little excursion, my chief of staff? Because I want to do this. I have Marco here. We have a lot of our great people. JD is here. They're all here. And I say, let's do this. We got to do it right. Should have been done by many presidents. Should have been done long before 47 years. It's 40 years of living in terror. You know, they're called the bully of the Middle East, but they're really the bully of the world because he used oil.
No, Iran is the bully of the world. Absolutely. Iran's terrible. But Iran has definitely been the major bully of the Middle East because they have made the lives of not only their own people, the Iranian government has not only made the lives of its own people terrible, it's made the lives of the surrounding countries even worse. So Iran's terrible. Let's just call a spade a spade. Iran is terrible. Their government is terrible. Not a fan of the culture either, but whatever. I think the people want reform. The people of Iran want reform. Straight up. So we'll see what the result ends up being, but damn, dude.
To bribe, right? They used oil to bribe and to, gain power. I don't know what they gained. What did they gain? What the hell? How are they doing? Not so good. They're all gone now. Every one of them, they're all gone. We don't even know who our biggest problem, we don't know who to deal with. Over here, I can call the Speaker of the House. He's so powerful. I can call him. I can make a deal. Maybe. I can even call your Democrat counterpart, this guy. I said to Kelly, what do you think of your counterpart? He said he's a great guy. This is Republican Democrat. I never thought I was going to hear that about you. Let me shake your hand for a second. When Kelly tells me that, I said, that's the way it used to be. That's the way, not so long ago. And maybe someday that's the way it'll be again. It's really great. But I said, do you mind if I take a little excursion?
Yeah, it's sad that Republicans and Democrats don't talk to each other anymore. I mean, even though the left is criminally insane, I think it's worth trying to talk to them, Just because you think the other side's insane doesn't mean they're not worth trying to negotiate with, But yeah, the left doesn't seem to want to talk to anybody. I think the right has made more efforts to talk to the left overall. That's my opinion, at least. But yeah, the left is a bunch of spoiled brats. But yeah, the left is a bunch of spoiled brats. They're a bunch of college kids. Nobody takes the Democrat Party seriously anymore. They have no real leadership. If Gavin Newsom is your front runner, you guys are already cooked for the presidency. Gavin Newsom is not a good representative for the Democrat Party. Gavin Newsom reminds me so much of Patrick Bateman. It's not even funny.
Because we have to do something, and it'll be a short-term excursion, but we have all these great things going, and we had to, we could have gone up. It was only going in one direction. But I think now it's going to go much higher than it would have gone had we not taken this little journey. And so I appreciate all of the people that have worked with us. That was not an easy decision to make. We have a country that was hotter than any country anywhere in the world and doing great in every way. And I say, we have to put out this cancer. It's a cancer. We had to take that operation, and we did, and it was very successful. And it continues. Frankly, as somebody said, they could leave today, and it would take 10 years to rebuild the damage that's been done. But I think we have to make...
Turbo Camaro N6Q says, and all these people voted for Sloppy Joe. It makes sense.
Oh yeah, all the leftists in the channel and the chat don't realize that they're the problem because they voted for Joe Biden. If you guys in the chat, by the way, to all the leftists in the chat, if you guys actually voted for Joe Biden, you're part of the problem. You're actually the biggest problem there is because Joe Biden was one of the most incompetent presidents we ever had. Let's talk about the auto pen for a second. No, but Joe Biden's terrible.
Make it a little bit more permanent because no other president has to go through this, and we shouldn't have any other president having to go through this kind of a thing. And if they didn't want to do it, if for some reason they didn't want to do it, we'd have the same problem. We don't ever want to have that problem again, not with lunatics. We can't have lunatics controlling nuclear weaponry. So I just want to thank you, everybody. Let's get back to Ireland. Do you mind? Ireland, we don't mind. Ireland is a nice place.
Ireland's awesome, considering I'm 25% Irish.
I love
I've never
Ireland.
actually been to Ireland, but I've seen photos of Ireland, and it kind of looks like the coast of Oregon a little bit in certain areas. Yeah, Biden. To anybody in the chat who voted for Biden, you guys are morons. And also subscribe to the channel if you guys love Trump as much as I do. Yeah, if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go, dude. Let's go. If you guys want J.D. Vance to be the president in 2028, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys have woke fatigue, if you guys are fatigued by woke people, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go, dude.
Ireland. In fact, we're going to have the Irish Open at a property that happens to be owned by yours truly, but I have nothing to do with it. I own it, but I don't even like to talk to my son. He says, Dad, we're doing great with the I'm allowed to run it, but I don't choose to. Dad, we're doing great. Eric calls up. He's doing a good job. Do you like Eric? I think so, right? Who doesn't like Eric? But he calls up, Dad, we're doing a great job in Ireland. What's going on? Well, we're doing this and that. I said, don't tell me about it. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know about it. Of course, if we were treated badly, I'd let him know very quickly. But I think you are very proud of what's been done over there by the Trump organization, right? It's one of the greatest places, one of the greatest golf courses in the world, and it's an honor to hold the Irish Open there. It's coming up very shortly, and it's a great honor. Thank you, and say hello to Rory McIlroy and all of those great players because they are truly great talents, and they're wonderful people, friends of mine. But over the centuries, 130 members of the House and Senate have been born in Ireland.
Dude, Trump's the man, dude. So wait, is Trump saying that he's got a golf course in Ireland? Like, does he own a golf course in Ireland? That's crazy. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're only 20 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs. 20 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. We're at 8,980 subscribers. So please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. Wow, I can't believe how close we are, man. We're only 20 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs. Only 9,000 subscribers away. I'm sorry, it's only 20 subscribers away. 20 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subs. I can't believe it, man. Who here is going to be the 9,000th subscriber? Who here is going to be number 9,000? Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button right now. Don't forget it. Tap it right now.
Ireland and been elected to work in these great halls. Think of it. That's a lot. Our national anthem itself was signed by the sight of the Star-Spangled Banner waving over the fort named for the son of Ireland, Fort McHenry. When Americans ventured west on the Oregon Trail, they were guarded by...
Oh, he called it Oregon, dude. I know it's technically it's Oregon, but I love it when people who don't live in Oregon pronounce Oregon. Because he said the Oregon Trail. I love it, bro. I love it. I love it, man. By the way, a weak Iran. Like I said, it's good that the Iranian military is weak right now. Their leadership is crumbling as well. So we're gonna see what Iran becomes here pretty soon. We're gonna see what they become. We'll see what Iran's been one of the biggest bullies in the Middle East. So we'll see what the result ends up being, man. By the way, like I said, we're only 20 subscribers away, 20 subs away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. I am begging you guys to subscribe. I am on my knees. I'm begging, please, man. Please subscribe to the channel.
At Fort Riley, named for the Irish-American warrior who President Grant called the finest specimen of physical manhood I've ever looked upon. We didn't know that about President Grant. I think we just learned
President Grant was a stud, I guess.
something.
I'm not going to lie, I don't know much about President Grant, but supposedly he's a stud.
I could say that about your sons, okay? Kelly, I could say that about your sons. One's a boxing champion. They're like champions. Who would think from this one? It's got to be from them. Well, I didn't know about your Italian roots either. I thought he was a super wasp. You know, to me, Mike was always a wasp. Now I learned that this is serious Italian stuff, right? Well, that'll be good for you, I think. You know, his image has changed a hell of a lot very quick. He's great. Even today, when Americans visit Gettysburg, they find a Celtic cross honoring the soldiers of the famed Irish Brigade and defended our Union in its pivotal hour, most pivotal hour, and they were there. And it said that more than 50% of all congressional medals of honor are awarded. Think of that. 50% went to people who had parents, one or the other, Irish American. That's a lot. We're going to have to look. That's because we have so many Irish politicians. That's how that works. But we can't let that. We got to make some changes in that. That's too many, don't you think?
I love him, man. That's great. No, he's pretty funny, man. I got to admit, Trump's pretty funny.
Kelly, I think. But from 1776 to today, our country has stood strong and free, in no small part due to the spirit of the warriors. You really are warriors. You're incredible. And the Fighting Irish, you know, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, is a reason for it. I don't know how many.
The Notre Dame Fighting Irish. No, I think, I think we're on the right track as a country, believe it or not. We're slowly kind of going off course, I believe, but no, I feel like the world is going to have a little more peace after this. If you take away the bully that was Iran, the Middle East can finally feel some peace. I think the Middle East will have some peace for once, because a weak Iran is a good Iran. Once again, a weak Iran is a good Iran. They have no naval forces at this point, basically. Their navy is pretty much... The Iranian navy's gone. Their overall military is pretty much just cooked. Iran's cooked. Straight up.
How many Irish people are playing on the team, though? How many Irish people do we have on the team? I'm not sure we have so many. Well, you got him. You have Kelly. Kelly's a warrior, let me tell you. As the Taoiseach has said, and the President reminds us today, the United States and Ireland continue to build upon the age-old bond together. We are strengthening the ties of culture. We have a tremendous deficit, by the way, I want to tell you right now. I looked at the numbers. You guys are much better business people than our past politicians. We have to talk about that deficit. Are we allowed to talk about that today? It's a substantial deficit. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, Walt said tomorrow. And cooperation that really does stretch back many, many generations.
Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Hey, thank you so much, Aloha Kitty, for subscribing to the channel. We're almost to 9,000 subs. Let's see where we're at on the subscriber count here. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,981 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,981 subscribers. We are only 19 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. We are almost there, you guys. In fact, let's give a round of applause to Aloha Kitty for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for subscribing to the Michael Garza Show. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you so much, Aloha Kitty, for subscribing. If you guys can, though, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We really appreciate you guys for contributing whatever you can.
Irish companies are investing more than $6 billion into the United States, including $45 million in Pennsylvania, $70 million in Colorado, and over $100 million in New Mexico and Ohio. And I'm hopeful that we'll soon reach a deal to let American liquefied natural gas, and that'll bring down your deficits a lot. So I think you have to make this deal with us. We, got to do something. but these companies are going to be fueling your homes and factories and all of the other things. We have a lot of energy in this country. We have more than anybody. We have the most energy of any country in the world by far.
I mean, he's definitely right on
We want to
that.
sell a little of that to you, and the deficit will come down, 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 and everybody's going to be happy. So you got to buy a lot of our stuff. But in this small and beautiful, it's a beautiful room. I love this room. It's been a very warm room. I've had a good time. I have so many friends and so many relationships that I've gotten from this room, mostly from this event. But on this St. Patrick's Day, as we press ahead toward the opportunities that await, let us remember the beautiful words of St. Patrick himself. May the power of God preserve us. May the wisdom of God instruct us. May the hand of God protect us. May the way of God direct us.
Damn, my man's quoting St. Patrick right now. It's pimp.
May the shield of God defend us. And may the host of God guard us. That's beautiful. Thank you.
That is beautiful, dude.
And today
Holy
we
shit.
add, may God bless the people of Ireland, and may God bless
the USA as well.
the United States of America. And it's great to be with you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
That was a hell of a speech, bro. That was a hell of a speech, man.
Thank you very much. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Martin. Good to see you. Thank you.
That was a heck of a speech, man. Let's take a look and see what else we can find to react to, man. That was incredible. What a speech. By the way, if you guys love Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. But yeah, like I said, if you love JD Vance, if you love Donald Trump, tap the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. And we're trying to get to 9,000 subs. We're only 18 no joke, we're only 18 subscribers away from hitting 9,000. So we're currently sitting pretty at 8,982 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,982 subs. We are 18 subscribers away, 18 mother effing subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers on the YouTubes. I can't believe where we're at. We've come so far on this channel. We've come very far. It's amazing, man. So I want to thank everybody who has been a part of the journey, who's been a part of the channel, who's made the channel grow, who's helped the channel grow in a lot of ways. I love doing these vertical live streams, though. These are so much fun. I get so many people coming in from all walks of life, all over the globe. And it just makes me happy to see so many different people. Even if some of the people are leftist spammers and stuff like that, I still enjoy the process. So just being able to talk to all you guys is an honor and a privilege. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys make the show worthwhile, man. Let's see what else we could find here. What else do we need to react to? Let's see what Asmund Gould's reacting
There's
to
a
here.
big piece of information. This is huge.
Now, we always like a good Asmund Gould reaction, so we'll take a look and see what he's saying about whatever's going on in the world. We'll give our own opinion on his opinion and whatever and we'll also react to the clip that he's reacting to, obviously. But make sure you guys, before we react to Asmund Gould, make sure you guys please subscribe to the channel. We are only 18 subscribers away from hitting 9,000 subscribers. Once again, 18 subscribers away from reaching the 9,000 subscriber threshold. This is huge. The fact that we're almost to 9,000 subs, man, is kind of wild to me. 9,000 subscribers, man. We're almost there. We're so close to there.
Right now, guys. It turns out that the new Ayatollah could be gay. Trump briefed Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, is probably gay. The shocking claim.
That's hilarious, dude. That is crazy.
Was described by the Post by 2 intelligence committee officials and a third so 3 people think he's gay. This is a peer review.
That makes sense.
Thing, right? The tip is solid. That's what they say. All 3
The tip is solid. Oh, God.
sources say the implausible sounding allegation is viewed as credible by U.S. spy agencies rather than false information intended to undermine Khamenei, who earned the nickname the power behind the robes. Now he's the power bottom behind the robes. It's been a pretty
I love it, dude. This is amazing. Amazing.
Closely held piece of information, with one saying it's derived from one of the most protected sources the government has. The State Department's file says Mojtaba married relatively late in life, around age 30. I'm 35. What are you trying to say? What's this? Is this happening to me right now? Reportedly due to an impotency problem. So maybe the reason his dick didn't work is because he didn't want to use it on a woman. I think everything's coming together real well. So wait.
Oh, shit, dude. My boy Asmund is uncovering some interesting shit right now, bro. Is the new head of the Ayatollah or whatever the fuck it is he gay? I don't know, dude.
His dad didn't.
That's what Asmund's implying. That's what this Post article is implying as well. Holy crap.
Want him to be the supreme leader because he knew his kid.
First off, Rainy Day saying propaganda to smear him as. So why does it matter? You do realize that the leadership of Iran needs to crumble anyway, so it's good. Even if it's false, why are you defending Khamenei or whatever the fuck his name is? Why would you defend this dude? Yep. Hold on. No, it's okay. You didn't go through. It's fine. It's okay. I'm sorry about the spider, though. Spider's always hanging out front porch. All right, you guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'll catch you guys later. We're so close to 9,000 subscribers, though. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for making this happen. We're at 8,982 subs, 18 subscribers away from hitting 9,000. I'm going to end the live stream right now. And we're ending it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys a little later, okay? Have fun, everybody.